You know why I want you to win this.
Picks it up and scores! What a save! Score! Trevor Babbitt putting on a show tonight. Scores! Yeah! Live from the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia. It's time for a Sunday evening edition of Columbus River Dragons hockey. Hello everybody, my name is Liam. Go time! Gotimer alongside me, as always, is Mike Vee.
There you go, Liam. Ready for a big one here. It doesn't get any bigger than the deciding game of a playoff series to end one of these teams' seasons.
The season will end for one of these two clubs after tonight's game comes to a close. This is a best-of-3 series, Mike. The River Dragons took Game 1 in Florence on Wednesday night. Game 2 last night was another thriller, won in the extra session by the Pee Dee IceCats. Before we send it down to ice level for the fire starter of the night and this evening's pest of the game, I would like to sincerely apologize to every single member or fan that was watching last night's game, to the officials that were on the ice last night, and to the Federal Prospects Hockey League, who worked tirelessly to provide an amazing product game in and game out for everybody watching. I get passionate, I get emotional up here in the booth, but it's easy to cross the line, and last night I did. I can and I will do better. And with that said, let's move right along to ice level. First, for the fire starter of the night.
Oh, you got Dustin Giseau. There he is. Giseau is a guy that they have recently picked up, but a guy that's been around hockey for a long time. Player that's got smooth rhythm, a player that is able to put the puck in the net. He commands the experience that you need in a game like this. He's been in these games before. Look for big things from Justin Giseau.
Giseau, 4 points through 5 playoff games for the River Dragons so far this year. 300 points in 216 FPHL regular season games, so he has that veteran experience that you touched on there, Mike. During the regular season, he played 33 games between the Pee Dee IceCats and the Blue Ridge Bobcats. He had 48 points, 20 goals to go along with that stat line. So if the River Dragons are going to move on and advance to the Commissioner's Cup final, you bet that Dustin Giseau, number 12, this evening's fire starter of the night, will be right in the thick of it. Now on to the other end of the ice, a little bit of a different avenue for this evening's best of the game.
Change of pace.
It's Timo Razilov, who wears number 7. He's from that city in Russia. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. He played all 56 games for the Pee Dee IceCats during the regular season. He had a goal. He had 34 assists for 35 points. A little bit more of a facilitator in terms of the offensive side of the puck. His one goal, though, helped to send Pee Dee to the Commissioner's Cup postseason, and we have seen what the IceCats have done since they have cemented their spot in the playoffs. And Razulov also very good defensively. He breaks up plays in the neutral zone. He does so in the defensive zone as well, utilized heavily on the penalty kill, and he's really their stay-at-home number 1 guy on defense.
Well, you look at him, he's got, what does he got, 1 goal, 34 assists on the year.
That's right.
So he's a guy that, he's a blue liner, a classic blue liner. Probably that 1 goal, one of those shots that come from the point or whatever, it finds eyes and gets its way into the net, but for the most part, he's setting guys up, or he's getting that pass up to the forward, who gets it to the center and puts it in the net. So, yep, there you go. Your fire starter and your pest of the game, respectively.
Thank you, as always, to our friends over at Cook's Pest Control for providing this evening's repellent toward the pest for the Pee Dee IceCats. We'll be right back to the Civic Center, and when we come back, well, it's going to be a little while, because first we've got highlights from Game 2 of round number 2, which of course was played last night, finished off in overtime, a victory for the Pee Dee IceCats, followed by the thoughts of your head coach, Jerome Boom Boom Bichard. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cooks Pest Control.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons!
Just curious, too. Same spot. Two players
There's
fell
a turnover.
down.
The pass of the game. Patrick Marcinkevic scores.
Well, there you go. Turnover. And what happens is you got Marcinkevic just comes in and just buries the puck by Babin. He's all alone. Nobody on him. And it's a 1-0 score.
Number 27 goes forehand, backhand to give the IceCats a 1-0 lead.
Well, you pick yourself up and dust yourself off. Tough one to give out early, but it is early, and that's the good news.
Brad Fortin, top of the zone, he'll shoot. It trickles just wide of Colgan's left pad. Another chance, Hunter on the doorstep. Patrick Marcinkevic for his twin brother. They go rink wide, and Babin. How about that awareness in the blue paint?
Big time save there.
The last 3 years, Columbus has bowed out in the second round to a Carolina team as... What do we have?
Wow. What is going on here?
We have a melee. Everybody getting involved. And you know what that was? That was an offside. And Welsh shot the puck
yeah.
well after the whistle.
Yep.
That's breaking code, if you ask me.
I didn't hear the whistle. I mean, all of a sudden I saw everybody kind of get a partner, and I was like, what is going on? But
there's no reason to shoot after the whistle.
Yeah.
And any team in professional hockey will defend their goaltender when that happens. Tape to tape, Ryan Hunter. Hunter will pull up as he enters the attacking zone. Underwood reels it in. At the wall, Moore will escape from it. He'll dish it off for Barrow. Barrow, the most points in the FPHL during the regular season. Hunter shoots, save made by Colgan. Rebound! Score!
I hadn't seen the official call it. I did not see the official call it.
So we have no goal. It's 1-0 IceCats. Does McGill. Diaz a slapper, and Babin makes the save, and he got knocked into by Dominic Marcinkevic, and here we go.
We're going to have a penalty here. I think we're going to get one on the IceCats and then an even upper for Columbus. I think it's going to take two.
Here's what happened there. Dominic Marcinkevic got way too close to Trevor Babin and hit him on his side. And Lucas Texmo immediately stood up for his goaltender and met Dominic Marcinkevic. And well, Patrick skated over before Lucas Texmo could even get to his twin.
Well,
Let your brother fight his own battles, right? Alex Storjahan across for Ryan Hunter. He'll back it up. Kyle Moore Tyler Barrow, a slap shot save made. Rebound comes out for Storjahan, who pounces on it. There's a broken stick inside of the offensive zone, and McGill Diaz will lob it out to center.
That is just
Moore tries to thread the needle. The puck pops right back to him as it connected with Frolov. Moore, a big body up along the far flank. The puck not out. Barrow across. Hunter shoots. Tipped on just wide.
boy.
Moore's got it back. Down the wall. Storjahan straight on. Hunter one-timer. Score! This game is tied, courtesy of the fire starter of the night, Ryan, the big game Hunter.
Well, you called the pest of the night. He gets the first goal, and then you got the fire starter of the night. You called it. He got the first goal.
Dennis Zajac out of Belarus, and there's a big shoulder by Patekin, and he took a stick up high.
Yeah, he did. No call either.
Houston Wilson, the center lane drive. Patrick Marcinkiewicz miraculously okay as Babin. What a save!
I don't know how he made it, but he did.
Holy moly, what a goalie. Now on the other end, Thornton scores!
Oh my God! And Babin didn't even have his stick in his hand yet. Talk about a turn of events. That puck should have been in for the IceCats. It turns around and comes back the other way, and Columbus able to get the lead here in a 2-1 lead at that.
Look at that save on the other end of the ice. And on your screen, Tyler Barrow put it on a platter for the man at the far wing who found Brody Thornton in stride, and he did not miss his mark. Columbus has their first lead of the game. It's 2-1. Lykov to the line. Marcinkiewicz shoots, and Babin, despite Zajac right in front of him, plucks it out of the air.
I think Zajac's a little upset he didn't get a piece of that puck. Trying to deflect it in front of Babin. Babin with great concentration, able to squeeze it the whole way.
Brody Thornton, who has the go-ahead goal in this game, will feed Somero. He turns it over. Frolov from a sharp angle. Babin shut it down.
Babin didn't know where that puck was. It kind of rolled up his sleeve, up his arm. And
trying to negate the icing is Tyler Barrow, and he did. Oh my goodness. Tyler Barrow showing tonight why he is the FPHL's best player as Kyle Moore stopped the rebound. He crashed headfirst into the post as it became dislodged and a freeze. On the attack, it's Drew Welsh with Zajac. You can expect the desperation level to build here for the IceCats as the puck comes to Babin, and Welsh got in his grill. He gets a chokehold from Scott Doherty. Barrow, Storjahan shoots, save made by Colgan, and the rebound went right past the stick of Barrow.
it was airborne. He tried to swat it out of the air.
Here's Jessot, he's tripped, that's another penalty.
He put his arm up and put it down.
A Cecil shot and a crossbar for Fortin.
Big win for Underwood would be unbelievable.
The captain against Zajac, who's been money in the dot, and Zajac wins it, and he'll lay it up north in the process. Twin to twin. Patrick Marcinkiewicz on the back end, they score! Tipped in by Dominic Marcinkiewicz.
Wait a minute. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. It's going to get reviewed.
Babin got knocked into, and Dominic Marcinkiewicz, coming back from SPHL Roanoke, activated just yesterday.
Well, they're not going to review it.
And they're not going to review it. It's 2-2 here in Columbus. Near side wing, Thornton across the ice, onside. Storjahan, he'll pull back, look for an option. Thornton with the puck on his forehand. He moves it with a plum. Slapper Colton, and it hit the closed legs of Gullo. He'll hop around one. He'll cut to the slot, shoot, and Babin shuts it down. My goodness.
Wow,
And he'll float a backhander over to his twin brother. Dominic shoots and missed just wide past the blocker of Babin.
That did not miss by much.
Oh my lordy. Somero pressured. Zajac on it at the blue. McGill Diaz shoots. Blocked. Another chance they don't score it at the post.
Oh my goodness.
Here's Frolov, he scores, one-timer. The IceCats win in overtime by a final score of 3-2, and we will have a Game 3 tomorrow night.
Hey, play for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Race you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it.
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line.
I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. And whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Coach, 3-2 overtime defeat to the Pee Dee IceCats in Game 2 of the Continental Division Final last night. What did you see?
Oh, well, we deserve better. We deserve better. Babs deserve better. Team, I thought that we did execute our game plan pretty well. You know, just execution. First goal, Hansi goes tape to tape to the wrong team. I think first shot in net goal, so not a big deal. And then we came back and he answers the bell and gets his first one, so that was nice. And then you know what, 4-on-4, Brody Thornton again comes up big with join the rush kind of bang bang play, and we're up 2-1 and ready to roll. And you know what, I mean, I don't think we played defensive in the third period, but I mean, I think mentally you probably just kind of do a little bit, kind of fall into sit back a little bit, and I think we did per se. You know, obviously the elephant in the room is the non-call penalty on a power play. You know, Jess gets pulled down, arm goes up, pulls it down. Babbing is actually on the bench, and then he goes back out, which is kind of crazy. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, we'd be on the power play the rest of the game type thing. But you know what I mean. Again, referees have implications in the game. Did they lose the game? We had opportunities. We had plenty of opportunities to score. You know, 35 seconds left on a face-off in the other end, and they come down and rush, score on a rush type thing. And you know, if we tip one pass, if we do one more other thing, you know, the game's over. So it is what it is, and that's why you play the game, and that's why you love it. It happens to NHL teams. It happens to wherever. It's not the end of the world. Thank God that we have another day to play, and that's it. You know what? Winners Winners can't dwell on the past. We got to live in the future, and the future is next Friday night. So we just got to come up and have the game of our lives.
No more questions about the past then. Let's look straight ahead to tonight. I'm curious, Mike Vee, is he an option tonight?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Trevor Babin, will he be back in between the pipes?
I believe so.
Okay. Brad Fortin, is he in?
He's in.
Okay.
What else you got?
Any lineup changes at all from one game to the next?
Not sure. I'll dress everybody, which is Galley for the most part. Go out for warm up, and I think I might like to get him in there, fresh legs and hungry, and see what happens with that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm kind of leaning towards that.
You head to another game 3 in the division final. What's the biggest key in tonight's game to getting your club over the hump?
Well, I mean, just kind of what I just said to you. You know what? We need short memories. Last night is gone. Doesn't matter. We need to move on and I guess build off of most of the game that we played last night. You know,
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards.
Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage? All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right?
Who are you?
Simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
Who's for us?
There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca.
Aunt Joni, how is your husband, Phil?
Dead, but I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi, I'm not needed here.
Have a great party, guys.
That really is the perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
Back here in Columbus, Liam Gotimer and Mike Vee here with you inside the booth.
Well, it's this time of this time of the year, this type of game, and what we're looking at tonight is do or die. It's as simple as that. You got two teams that are chomping at the bit to get to the next level. The last check on that Port Huron Binghamton game that's going on the same time that we are. I believe Port Huron was up 1-0, and that was a little while ago. Haven't got a complete update yet.
It's still 1-0. We'll take a peek at our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo's Zippin' in just a bit. Before we do that, though, Mike, let's talk about how the River Dragons will line up this evening in what you just described accurately as a win-or-go-home game.
That's it.
It all comes down to this. No changes per head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichard. Ryan Galvin, though, for the purpose of some fresh legs. He took warm-ups with the club, so we'll see if he suits up officially once the puck drops.
Well, what Galvin brings, you got fresh legs. You're right about that. The only thing is that last night I think it was Scott Doherty was the 10th forward. Although he got quite a bit of playing time last night for a guy who was a 10th forward. He got a lot of in and outs out of there. So, being a 10th forward doesn't mean you're not going to see any ice time. So, I mean, that's it's the way it is. And the role that Doherty plays in the regular season is certainly different in the playoffs. You need that tough guy in there, but you need a guy who also can skate, put the puck in, and he's capable of doing that as well as Gavin. Both players, in the 10th forward spot.
Scott Doherty turned pro with the River Dragons last year. 8 goals, 8 assists for 16 points. He was so impressive that, well, he earned some time with the ECHL's South Carolina Stingrays at the beginning of the year, and that can do wonders for a player's confidence and his effectiveness in especially big-time games like a winner-go-home, one like we have tonight.
Yeah, I mean, when you get East Coast experience, you're exposing yourself to obviously a caliber of play that they're looking for you to kind of jump on. And he's still a young man. He's still got time to be able to get back. I mean, next year is a whole nother thing. Teams draw up their lineups. They remember who they had last year.
That's right.
Guys like him, and with his size, Scott's size, he's a guy that the ECHL would love to see, up there.
Elsewhere, Dustin Gesso, of course, is our fire starter of the night, the former IceCat. But on this list, whether it's the forwards, a member of the defense, or the goaltender, who is the biggest player for the Dragons tonight that they are going to need to lean on if they are going to move on to the Commissioner's Cup final?
Well, your number one line is the number one line. It's there for a reason. And, you got Tyler Barrow, you got Sturgeon, and you got Kyle Moore. Your second line, you got Kirk Underwood, you got Fortin, and you got Jemayoff. Those are guys, you got a guy that's speedy on one wing, you got size on the other, can dig it out, and you got a center, Kirk Underwood, that's a defensive, offensive center. He can play defense, he can play offense. It's a great guy to have, so great second line.
The scratches for the River Dragons tonight: number 10, Cody Wickline; number 30, Jacob Snellenberg; number 37, Skate Scaldi; number 44, Mike Wynn, who I asked about during Coach's Corner today. Jerome Bichard said number 44 is not available. Number 74, Nathaniel Mott; and number 87, Yaroslav Yevdokimov. Also number 95, Joel Texma. As the IceCats come out onto the ice.
You got to make this. It's terrible. It's awful for a coach and a general manager to have to put together the lineup that you need. You have so many players, and you're fortunate in this league that they don't cut you, because a lot of league, SPHL used to be in the Central Hockey League. You had a league, that was it. You froze it. That's how many guys you had, and that's the way it is. This league allows you to park some guys, so it's an advantage for the teams to have that.
While there are no lineup changes seemingly for the Columbus River Dragons, on the IceCats side, there are a couple. Xavier Abdella, who has just taken off of injured reserve, played in his very first game of the playoffs last night. He slides out of the lineup. Jake Jurgenite, who provides a physical presence on the back end for Pee Dee, he slots in. Benjamin Pizzamenti, the former River Dragon, will not play for the IceCats tonight, while Jake Cox, the former Dragon and the native of the Fountain City, will play for the road side this evening.
And for Jake Cox's season, I know him well. He's a young guy, great kid from this town. He's a junior Cottonmouth, etc. Grew up through the organization, so to speak. Played for Columbus, got dealt to Baton Rouge, and then ended up hooking up with Pee Dee as Baton Rouge is doing what they're doing. And he ends up in Pee Dee. What a dream for him to be able to play a Game 3 in the playoff for a team against the team he grew up rooting for. You got to remember, he's just going to be psyched up there. There's one thing you want to do. You want to always make the team that trade you regret that they traded you.
The River Dragons have come out onto the ice. Your starters to follow. We'll be back after the national anthem.
Broadcasting has signaled the silence tonight. Remember those who are in harm's way, those that defend our country, our livelihood every day, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. River Dragons, thank you. Now remain standing with hands over hearts for the presentation of our national anthem, performed tonight by Dennis Meredith.
.20 on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Pee Dee IceCats in Game 3 of the Continental Division Final. The winner has an opportunity at the Commissioner's Cup in this first period, which as always is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Chick-fil-A in Midland. Your River Dragons will skate from left to right. They wear their teal jerseys with the white and black letters and numbers along the back and on the sides, and the silver buckets, while the IceCats skate from right to left. They wear their white uniforms with the light blue buckets, light blue letters and numbers along the back and on the sides. The puck has been dropped. We are officially underway. The River Dragons take possession. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on Game 3. Here is Dennis Zaitchik. He wears number 8, a forward out of Belarus. Patrick Marcinkiewicz, his pass attempt closed off by Alex Storjahan. He'll whip it right back into the possession of Marcinkiewicz, who misses the net. The puck goes out of play. 23 seconds into the game. I finally have a moment to tell you all about the starting goaltenders on each side. Well, Columbus, it's Trevor Babin, who wears number 72. Babin in Game 2 last night, despite suffering the overtime defeat, made 36 saves on 39 shots. While on the other side, it's Brendan Colgan, who has started all 3 games of this series, as a slapper from Timur Razulov gets deflected into the mesh. Half a minute into the contest, the River Dragons beginning tonight's game with Alex Torjahan, Kyle Moore, Tyler Barrow, the FPHL scoring champion. On defense, Lucas Texmo comes out there alongside Josh Colton. Trevor Babin, as I mentioned before, still in net. So Colton, the 32-year-old blue liner out of Los Angeles, California. His zone exit unsuccessful there, but Kyle Moore will seal the deal as Della Savita made a real nice play to avoid the impending pressure of the Dragons at center ice. He'll have to defend here again as Tyler Barrow will shoot into the right wing corner of the offensive end. Jake Hamilton, Dominic Smarcinkiewicz, booted on along by Nicholas McGill-Diaz. Brody Thornton, who scored last night, will whip it out to center. It got deflected, so we have no icing. Colgan comes out of his net. He'll be tested as Samaro wasted no time letting it rip on net. And Mike, what are you looking for in the early portions of this game? It's a win-or-go-home contest. I will mention, the River Dragons have already played in one of these, while the Pee Dee IceCats have not, as Ryan Galvin, the lone change for the Dragons in tonight's starting lineup, gets a bit towards the cage.
Yeah, against Monroe, they were against the wall against Monroe, and then
on the road, might I add.
Right, tough place, especially a place you ain't won all year.
Certainly.
And then you end up coming up with a big win there. Pee Dee, on the other hand, had a rather easier time, and that's tough to say against a very good team of Athens, and they were able to sweep them. So they have not felt they felt the pressure last night.
They did.
It's a different pressure tonight.
For the first time all playoffs, they felt it last night, and, well, they came up large. Dominic Smarcinkiewicz tied the game with less than 30 seconds to go. Here is Ryan Galvin, the forward out of Atlanta, Georgia, playing in his first game of this series. Of course, it's so hard when you have tons of depth up front to keep everybody in. And in, a 3-game series, the end of it, inserting some fresh legs is a great idea.
Well, I mean, both teams have done it.
Jake Cox on the PD side,
right,
and Jake Yergenite.
You got Galvin that has come in as the fresh legs for the River Dragons.
The face-off will be taken by the River Dragon captain, Kirk Underwood, but it's won away by the Pee Dee IceCats. Lair Patakin, though, at center, who had a massive hit in overtime. Remember that one?
Yes.
Here's Lucas Texmo from the left point. He'll shoot wide of Colgan's glove hand. Colgan has been steady in between the pipes for Pee Dee during the postseason. He made 32 saves on 34 shots last night in the overtime win. And there were points in that hockey game, Mike, where Columbus could have extended their advantage. And the reason why they didn't, Brendan Colgan.
Yeah, stood on his head last night in the third period particularly.
So here's Alex Lykov, the 22-year-old Russian. He turns it over. Ryan Hunter, who had a real active contest yesterday evening, gained body position on his man, but now Hamilton will turn it back. McGill-Diaz with the puck on the forehand nearly shoots it right out of play, but the referee, who was right there, says let's play on. The pest of the game, Timur Razilov will back it up for Della Savita. Razilov smacks his stick up against the sheet, saying, I want it back. He gets it back, and he'll lead Dominic Smarcinkiewicz and Dennis Zajac into the offensive end. Watch out here. Patrick shoots, and Babin, his biggest save of the game.
He read that well, came out, able to cut the angle and block the shot.
Kyle Moore looking to turn some defense into offense here. He'll take a lap around the net, but there's the pest of the game. Timur Razilov, active stick, and he'll set up a 4-on-1 for his team. Patrick Smarcinkiewicz shoots and scores.
That's what you can't do, and that's an odd man rush. Turn the puck over, and then it's a 3-on-1, and Smarcinkiewicz is just able to take that wrist shot, and he's deadly, and especially from that distance, and he's able to get his team a 1-0 lead.
So Patrick Smarcinkiewicz opened the scoring in the very early portions of last night's game, and he does so again. It's 1-0 Pee Dee in a win-or-go-home game. I will note, though, the River Dragons played in a Game 3 during this postseason run in Monroe, and they were down 1-0 in that game. They were down 1-0 in the second period when the ice was tilted against them, and they still came back and won.
I know this might be a crazy stat to ever put together, but I wonder how many games that the River Dragons have won when they've trailed as opposed to getting the first goal scored against them as opposed to them scoring first. Just wonder if that stat would be there and what it would be like.
Samaro will go D to D with the puck. He'll receive a return feed and shoot. Just takes one bounce for the Dragons to tie this game right back up. Jemayev, low to high. Samaro will shoot. Misses the net. The fire starter of the night, Dustin Gesso, will dish it off for Doherty. There's a give and go, but Jemayev couldn't get to the puck upon the reach. Wilson hit and shrugged down to the ice by Gesso. Lucas Texmo, left wing side. He may have gotten interfered with there. A physical start for the Dragons, despite being down 1-0, but they do not have a shot on goal yet. Trevor Babin beaten on his first shot. Patrick Marcinkiewicz gets the goal. And the goal comes at even strength. I'll have the assist for you in just a moment. I know that Timur Razilov got one. So there's the pest of the game again. Officially, it's Marcinkiewicz from Razilov at even strength.
Oh, Zajac took Fortin down pretty good, don't think, in half wall.
This has been an energetic start for the Pee Dee IceCats, playing here on the road. And, you know, the Dragons' Lair, not an easy place to play at all for the opposition. But when you've won the previous night and then score in the opening 4 minutes of the contest, it becomes a little bit easier to manage. Big shoulder thrown by Brody Thornton. He's engaged. And now skating out will be Storjahan and Barrow. Storjahan onside. He'll cut to the middle. Razulov pushed him away. Barrow has the puck come to him, near side corner. Can he make some magic happen here? Brody Thornton shoots. Blocker denial by Colgan. There's your first shot of the game, though, for the Dragons, and it's turned over by Moore. Frolov, who ended the game last night in the extra session, will skate up past the red line. Moore will whip it up. Thornton onside and offside called.
Yep. Media timeout coming up.
Before we go to the media timeout, I would like to take this chance to once again, I did at the top of the broadcast, but I'd like to apologize to the officials, to the FPHL, and to all of the fans who watched last night's game. It's easy to cross the line when you're an emotional broadcaster, and last night I did in several moments, especially toward the latter end of the contest. So to everybody who watched, I'm sorry. I can and will be better. And we've got 14 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here in the first period. We'll be right back to the Civic Center. Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons!
Hey, play for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
A winner go home game 3 on a Sunday night here in Columbus, Georgia. My name is Liam Gotimer, your proud play-by-play broadcaster. Alongside me is another generation of Columbus broadcasting in the form of Mike Vee, who called games for the Cottonmouths. Brody Thornton speeds in. He's been a weapon this series. 2 goals.
Yes, he has.
Here's Josh Colton, right point. He gets a tip from Galvin, safe rebound! And it's cleaned up at the goal line!
It went over the net.
Colgan out of his cage. He dives over to the left. He does not have his stick as Gesso throws a big shoulder onto his man. Colton will let it rip, and that bounces away and all the way out of the attacking end.
I'll tell you what, credit the Pee Dee defenseman to get his stick to his goaltender.
I believe that was Jake Jurgenite, who's just back in the lineup. Incredible. Jemayev shoots. He hit the crossbar.
Man, we hit 4 of them last night. I think Pee Dee hit 3.
Will the third time be the charm? Jemayev's one-timer. Closed off. Here's Gullo on the backhand. Always a pest, especially defensively. Samaro will walk it right back into the zone. Samaro shoots! Missed just wide of the blocker. You can feel it for Columbus.
They're coming out of it.
A fling to the net does not get through to the blue paint. Brad Fortin, the rookie, will get to the far wall. There's a poke check by Jurgenite, and now this will be Legkov with Wilson and Frolov. Legkov across the ice took a tip off of the twig of Underwood. Here's Frolov shooting. That's a big-time block from Lucas Texmo. Hamilton will let it rip and misses the net. Takes a big bounce off of the end board. Houston Wilson, the extra effort to lay it back to the line. Miguel Diaz will get air underneath it, and it was a perfect pass for Legkov. Frolov from below the goal line. Wilson shoots, and it hits Samaro's breast. Wilson behind the net. Centering feed goes off of the pad of Babin. Miguel Diaz left circle, now on the outer edges of it. He nearly picked the blocker side of number 72. Samaro, big check to the back. That's going to be a penalty on Houston Wilson.
Interference. Either that or...
And Samaro saying to Lucas Texmo, who stood up for him, just skate away. We'll take the power play.
Absolutely. Stay out of the box tonight. No need for any extra stuff. Not that kind of game. You don't need it. There's no tomorrow. You keep your team out of the box. Keep yourself on the power play.
The River Dragons opened the scoring on the power play last night. They opened the scoring on their side. Of course, Pee Dee scored the first goal of the game, Patrick Smarson-Kevics. It was Ryan Hunter who scored his second goal of the playoffs and his first on the man advantage. The power play, as always, is brought to you by our friends over at Publix. Here are the numbers on your screen. The River Dragons on the power play, 10%. That's a far cry from the 26% that they put up during the regular season, while Pee Dee on the penalty kill at 81%. That matches the number that they put forth during the regular season. There's an issue with the scoreboard. They had number 7 up for a penalty. That would have indicated Timur Razilov was in the box. He's not. 17, not 7. Big draw here for Storjahan. Zaitchik's been so good in the dot. Columbus battles for possession, and they've got it. Kyle Moore, right circle, shoots. Misses the net. It takes a perfect carom for Zaitchik. He gets it on goal to Babin. He sticks it aside to Kyle Moore. He's in danger of icing the puck, but the biscuit didn't have enough legs. Underwood with a tremendous keep. Bedard goes down to his belly and finds Gullo, who will sweep it down. There's an argument to be made that Nick Gullo, one of the best penalty killers in this league. I mean, what he has done while his team has been down a man during this series has been just sensational. Onside Ryan Hunter, he shoots! Colgan a 5-hole save that time. Tyler Barrow on to the tape of Kyle Moore, and Colgan got a piece of that at the last moment. Hunter near boards, and he got shoved off by Miguel Diaz, and that was enough to take possession away.
Just over halfway on this power play.
$1:10 gone by. The River Dragons change partially. Kyle Moore will hop away from one, that being Frolov. Fortin cuts all the way in behind the net. To the net he goes. The puck pinballed back to Fortin, but Miguel Diaz will collect it on the backhand with half a minute to go on the power play. Hunter onside, he's got a play to make, but Jemayev was behind him, and getting in between number 88 and number 71 was number 23 in white. That was Drew Welsh. Gesso, left side, high slot. Jemayev read with ease by Welsh, and wow, Brody Thornton prevented a breakaway there.
Somebody got to buy that guy a candy bar after this game for that play.
Yeah, Brody Thornton, he's been the best player on the River Dragons in this series outside of the goaltender, really. It's not just the goals, it's the plays that he's making in all 3 zones. Gesso held up a little bit by Hamilton. The puck bleeds out to the neutral zone. We are exactly halfway through the first period. It's 1-0 IceCats on a goal by Patrick Smarson-Kevics, although the River Dragons the better of the scoring chances, I would argue.
Oh, he got one pipe for sure.
You got one pipe, and you've got one save right at the goal line as well.
And I'm thinking on that flurry, you're talking about where it was on the goal line, a puck was just shot over the net, and it was an empty net with Kogan being down.
So Miguel Diaz, far side wing, Legkov from outside of the red line, I should say. Marcin-Kevics weaves in. Balkwill defends him, but Lytkov still has the puck. Such a smooth skater, number 13. He's forced all the way to the perimeter, though, and shoved off by Doherty. And Patekin subsequently ices the puck. Mike, what did the River Dragons need to do to get back into this game? Actually, hold on to that thought. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Every day, we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Oh my cheese. The new OM cheeseburger from Applebee's. We took our juicy all-beef patty, melty American cheese, crispy applewood smoked bacon, spicy honey mustard, and fries, and put it on a sizzling skillet of cheese. So push the cheese, pull the cheese, love the cheese. Too much cheese? Never. Applebee's new OM cheeseburger for $11.99, also on our 2 for $25 menu.
9 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock here in the first period. It's the Pee Dee IceCats who have a 1-0 lead. The Dragons, though, out shooting the visitors 4-3. The only power play of the contest to the home side.
Well, one thing the River Dragons need to do is make sure when you make a pass, it's a pass with a purpose. If not, just bang it out of the boards. If it's in your own zone, get it out of the zone.
Here's Charlie Bedard to the net, caught out of the air by Trevor Babin, the goaltender out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
And the other thing is don't bunch up. Don't get so close to each other where you got 3 players all within a circle. You want to make sure that you kind of spread out. And last but not least, stop turning the puck over.
It's been some self-inflicted wounds over the last couple of games.
Penalty coming up on us. It's a hook.
This will be on the Dragons. So 1 penalty on PD, 1 on the Dragons. In the opening 10 minutes and 59 seconds of the game, Alex Torjahan will head to the sin bin. It's important to note that although the game is not going the way that we would like it to, there's a lot of time left. Don't get dejected. Understand that one shot can change the trajectory of this hockey game.
And bear in mind how much hockey that this River Dragons team has played in the last 2 weeks and in a row. 3 nights in a row. Last weekend, 3 nights in a row.
They got a little bit of a break with this series. And it's odd to call it a break as Dominic Smarcinkiewicz to the back door. And wow, Lucas Texmo saved the goal. Texmo makes another block onto Dominic Smarcinkiewicz. Josh Colton the extra chop. And Kirk Underwood has a chance to get it out. He can't. Kept in by Zajac. Zajac far corner around the boards. Here's Dominic Smarcinkiewicz. Lytkov. Marcinkiewicz, out of the zone it goes. We've got some friends up here in the broadcast booth that will join us at our next chance. As a blocker save made by Babin onto Patrick Marcinkiewicz. We've got Scorch and Torch up here. We'll cut to the booth once we're not on the penalty kill. Patrick Marcinkiewicz, Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Rink wide, took a tip off of a twig. Kirk Underwood pressures Lytkov. This will be a one-on-one for Jemayev, short-handed. He tried to dangle around Patrick Marcinkiewicz. That was a forward who was back.
Made a nice defensive play on Jemayev to break him up.
It was rejected by the forward out of Riga, Latvia. And there's another play by Jemayev. He'll hustle past the red line, but Dominic Marcinkiewicz was the first one there. Scorch Torch, I think that's the support you're giving the Dragons really helping them right now on the penalty kill, I gotta say. Elijah Wilson, left wing side to the slot. He attempted to go, but Jacob Hamilton could not glove the puck down at the blue. 15 seconds left on the PK, which is brought to you by our friends over at Floor and Decor. The last clear for the Dragons secured the penalty kill over in 4 seconds.
So both teams able to get a power play, and both teams not able to score on it.
And Storjahan right out of the box. His dish was a no-look one. Kept in by Thornton. Somero, something's coming here, and Colgan makes the save. We're here inside of the broadcast booth. We're a little bit crowded up here in the booth. What's up? How are you doing? You doing good? Dragons going to win tonight's game? Yeah. If you don't believe me, listen to Scorch, Torch. Come on, get in here. Get in that viewfinder. There you are. Little dance. Yeah? All right, back to ice level we go. Thanks, Scorch. Thanks, Torch. Appreciate you guys.
Way to go. All right, there they go.
Until next time, this is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time! Love you guys. That's an up-close and personal look at the ice.
I'm glad to see that Scorch's leg got better.
There was a leg issue?
I saw him when in the preseason, broke his leg and had St. Francis able to patch him up very well.
I should have known.
He's mucking up the stairs like you go there, you go to St. Francis, they take care of you. Look at him, picks him right up. Guy's walking stairs already. It's only not even been a year.
Mike didn't he have a heart transplant as well?
I think so.
He had heart surgery too.
Boy, he's
on the ice. Well, in a winner go home game 3. Might need some help with your heart.
Oh, it's a good thing he's got a new one, right? Because it's a tense situation.
So the reason for the stoppage, I believe, is an ice issue. So that's the reason why we were looking at the official skate. And you know what, Mike? You've been broadcasting games for a long time. Talk to me about the impact that a divot could have in the ice.
Oh, worst ever. A divot. The worst divot. The worst thing that ever happened, and it wasn't a playoff game. It was a game that we needed to win to get into the playoffs in the ECHL, and it was against Mississippi. Our Zamboni driver, something happened, and he shaved the ice right in front of the net down to the cement.
Goodness.
They tried everything to fix it. Couldn't do it. They had to flood the ice, send the players home. We had to come back at 11 o'clock in the morning. And we didn't win that game. And I always remembered, I was like, we had the momentum, we had everything going. If that didn't happen, I wonder what would have happened. That's the worst ice issue I've ever seen and the worst pain that went along with it.
This ice issue, short-lived.
Thankfully. I'm trying to think of what year that was. I think that was 2003 when that happened.
Play now back underway. Kyle Moore, near side corner out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Why not? Just take a shot from anywhere onto Colgan. He'll get another bid to the cage. And, man, Pee Dee has been blocking shots all series. Got to tip your cap to how they're handling the high-octane offense of the Dragons inside of their own zone. They're getting it done by keeping Columbus to the perimeter and protecting their goaltender in the process as 2 players go down. Dominic Smarcinkevics among them. So Tyler Barrow, tape to tape. Here comes something. Kyle Moore. He's got Storjahan driving. Storjahan sends it back. Slap shot, Kyle Moore. Save made by Colgan. That's the 7th shot for the Dragons. Out shooting Pee Dee right now 7-5. And what do we have?
Another issue. There's a stick being picked up. And is there a penalty being called?
I don't believe there is a penalty, and it's more issues with the ice.
Oh, okay.
My dad sent me a text, and he said, and I wonder if you remember this. He said fans used to throw pennies on the ice. The copper would make the ice melt, and then players would skate over them and get hurt. It was really dirty.
Yeah. Now that's. People don't realize.
Some hockey history.
I can remember those days when people were throwing coins. And listen, you got a player's career on the line where he skates over a penny, and something happens, he tears a leg.
Right.
You want to be that guy that's responsible for knowing that you ended somebody's career, they're living, because you're a complete idiot by throwing a coin or an object on the ice? You know, I know that we've seen many games where the fans get out of hand because of something that happens, and you see them litter the ice or whatever. I used to see that in Boston, frequently, to be honest. But it is something that you just should not do, and it really puts the players in peril by throwing anything on the ice.
Luckily, I don't think many fans anywhere would have any pennies on hand.
Yeah, I was going to say, Walmart doesn't even
digital,
give you
right?
it anymore, right?
I don't think if you throw your debit card on the ice or Apple Pay on the ice, it would create as much of an impact.
Well, I don't know. Players could probably use it. You want to give your credit card out.
Yeah. That's the game. The way the game used to be, not anymore.
Well,
the
I mean,
reason for this delay, not the ice. Sorry for interrupting, Mike. Right now, it's the stanchion that was called out by a couple of the players.
One of the things that has been at least a little bit better as far as that kind of stuff is you have cameras all around that can, security can zoom in on you, and then, he's throwing something. All right, they got that guy. And then when they get that guy, you get permanently 86. How would you like to have a season ticket in the NHL because you happen to have a couple of beers and thought you were funny to throw something on the ice and you go ahead and forfeit that money, which is rightfully so, you should.
Rightfully so. The stanchion is now fixed. We have 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to play here in the opening period of hockey. A reminder that this is a win-or-go-home game for both teams. You win, you're in to the Commissioner's Cup final. The Port Huron Prowlers and the Binghamton Black Bears still tied at 1. That game just past the midway mark of regulation. We'll keep you posted throughout the game. Kirk Underwood, who takes the face-off. Underwood was the hero in the last series for Columbus, the series-clinching goal in Game 3 in Monroe. It was a shorthanded goal, might I add. Speaking of shorthanded, Nick Gullo, who is a specialist, while his team is down a man, he'll funnel it deep, and this will be an icing on Pee Dee.
Boy, Wilson took a double whammy up on the wall there for that icing. One thing, if you notice, this game as opposed to last night, because it's the third game in 3 nights.
Third game in 5 nights.
Third game, yeah, true. The legs. The legs aren't there.
Ryan Galvin in there
yeah.
for the Dragons, and on the other side for Pee Dee, Jake Jurgenite on defense, and Jake Cox, the native of Columbus, up front. Lair Patakin right point, slap shot tipped by Underwood, but it lost velocity before getting to Colgan. Hunter can't get to that puck behind the net, and it's chopped on and out by the aforementioned Cox. So Balkwill left wing side, misses the net by just a few feet. There's Underwood the lay, the speedy and effective Ryan Hunter. Far boards Lucas Texmo, intentionally misses the net. It takes a friendly bounce, and Hunter was at a little bit of a sharp angle, and credit Pee Dee for thwarting that chance. Officially end of 2 in Binghamton. It's 1-1.
Tell me they're not biting their fingernails up there.
I would say whether you're a Prowler fan or a Black Bear fan, you are nervous. As are we here in Columbus.
Yeah.
So Dustin Jesso, the fire starter of the night. That's a good start, low to high. Colton got it to the net, but Pee Dee protected the house. Can the River Dragons break through? Jesso fires, kick save, Jemayev. Zajic walled off. Jemayev able to keep it in. Far corner. Brody Thornton, left point. He'll shake and shoot. Blocked by Zajic. The airlift into the defensive zone. Columbus tries to turn it, and they do. This will be Jesso with Barrow. Jesso at the end of his shift. Barrow right onto the ice. Brody Thornton at the latter end of his shift as well. Jesso from behind the net. It hit Bedard, and now Bedard, who wears number 9. Sauced to the middle. No tip. So this is icing, despite the best effort of Patrick Marcinkiewicz to win the race. We'll be back in 60 seconds to the Civic Center. The River Dragons trail by a goal.
The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons! 3:32 on the clock. Mike, there were some pleasantries being exchanged by the bench during the media timeout. Talk to me about that.
Well, I mean, Dockery was engaged. I'm not going to say it was physical, but got engaged with, I don't know, trading cookie recipes or something. My mom makes it better than yours to the other team. And that Masakevich was drawing back at him, and the referees had to get in between the two benches. So it was kind of an unusual media timeout. It was more involved with people yapping back and forth across the bench. Now you settle it on the ice.
Kyle Moore, Tyler Barrow, Alex Storjahan, Justin Samaro, Brody Thornton, and of course the goaltender Trevor Babin on the ice for the River Dragons. Tyler Barrow takes advantage of a turnover. He'll dish it. Kyle Moore, right circle, surveys and shoots. Blocked by Thornton, who lets a backhander rip. Blocker save. Barrow tries to thread the needle down to Moore, who's waiting down low, and we've got a penalty here.
Holding the stick.
This be on Barrow or Patrick
I think Barrow's going and Masakevich is going. Taking them both.
I don't necessarily agree. I think it's just one.
Oh, okay. I thought he pointed at Barrow, too, for the hit kind of at the end where he kind of whacked him up against the wall. But, hey, still a power play for Columbus.
Normally retaliation is what gets you sometimes.
Well,
it's playoff hockey, though.
Masakevich pays for it two ways. He pays for it in 2 minutes in the box, and they also got a pretty good slam up against the wall.
He did. Got to get physical with those Twins. That's how you negate their effectiveness. The River Dragons had a power play goal last night. It took them until their second try. Well, right here in this moment, this is their second bid on the man advantage. That's a huge face-off win. Tyler Barrow shoots on a save. Just takes one. 2 minutes for holding the stick, but the puck played away from Underwood. Moore, what a pass for Barrow. Storjahan, though, left it behind, and Gullo again. It's Kyle Moore, number 15 for the River Dragons. 8 points during this playoff run for him as he ices the puck.
Missed everybody.
Into the power play.
Yeah, tough pass, missed it. So be it, it's an icing.
Remember that the River Dragons went down 1-0 early in last night's game too, and they took control through the final 40 minutes. It really was until the final 30 seconds that doomsday arrived.
Yeah.
Doomsday in the form of, well, Dominik's Marcinkevics, who tied the game. It was Patrick's to Dominik's, and, well, twin telepathy coming to play. So Kyle Moore, left point. Rink wide, a tip off of a twig, and, well, that's enough for Frolov and the IceCats to get it out. This is Kirk Underwood. Ryan Hunter. He drives down the wall. The puck poke checked off of his stick. He tries to get physical with Hamilton, no luck. And Underwood forced to play it again out at center. Marcinkevics released in 55 seconds. This should be icing here on the River Dragons. It's not.
They didn't call it.
So this is Colton. Josh Colton for the River Dragons, who during the regular season had 39 points on the back end.
Another icing.
No icing as no one just didn't have enough, and Bedard played it. Colton couldn't get his shoulder over to the glass to block that pass down. Jesso, the Ontario native, the former Pee Dee IceCat, he is the fire starter of the night. Alexander Jemayev weaves in. He's a Commissioner's Cup champion. He won the championship the last time the River Dragons were in the series with Watertown. As Brody Thornton, far side corner, it pops out for Razilov, and well, he whiffed. So the clear not successful. Colton shoots. Dominic Marcinkiewicz right in the way, and on cue, Patrick Marcinkiewicz out of the box. Jemayev whips it far boards. Jesso has Dominic's behind him, and while Dominic skates in, he shoots, he missed high. 55 seconds to go here. Columbus doubling the shot output of the IceCats. It's 10-5 officially, Dragons. Here's Brad Fortin, number 61. He looks to create. Hunter up the wall. Patakin, right point. He'll shoot, blocked by Marcinkiewicz. McGill Diaz will take that opportunity to pull it in on the backhand, and now a give and go. He couldn't get a tip on the puck, so now there's a defenseman in deep for PD. Fortin tosses it from the defensive zone out, and this is going to be delay of game on the Dragons. Fortin to the box, Columbus to the kill with 25 seconds to go in the period.
You hate that, but it's a penalty, regardless of which way you look at it. You're not trying to do something like that. You're just trying to clear the puck out, and it goes into the penalty box, and there you go. Now you're down a man. You got 25 seconds left in the period.
The River Dragons have bowed out in the second round to a Carolina team in 3 games in each of the last 3 years, trying to avoid making it a fourth. As a face-off win for PD, which they've been doing all series. Does come out of the zone, and Barrow, a good shorthanded play, and well, he got bulldozed into by Marcinkiewicz. Looks back to the referee. We will play on. 5 seconds left. Marcinkiewicz in search of a buzzer beater, but he will not get one. Kirk Underwood will dump it out, and the period is over.
Wow.
The IceCats will start the second period on the power play for 1 minute and 36 seconds. It's 1-0 PD after 1 here in game 3. What'd you see there, Mike, at center ice?
Well, I mean, it's kind of tit for tat. Just a couple of slashes, a little push, a little crush check in the back, and the referees are trying to make sure that they don't cross the red line. They're being very emphatic about that. Nobody needs to get any extra penalties. The period's over. And I'll tell you what, the River Dragons were very fortunate. There was enough time on that clock for Legoff to take a shot from the slot, and he elected to stick handle a little longer and ran out of time. Thankfully for that.
For real. We'll be right back to the Civic Center. 18 minutes on the intermission clock. Columbus down a goal.
Hey, playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it.
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line.
I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right?
Who are you?
Simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca.
Aunt Joni, how is your husband, Phil?
Dead, but I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe. Pepsi, I'm not needed here. Have a great party, guys.
That really is the perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
Back here inside of the broadcast booth, Liam Gotimer here with you. Alongside me is Mike Vee. Mike, this is a win or go home game number 3. The River Dragons took game 1 on the road in Florence, while Pee Dee exacted a level of revenge being on the road themselves yesterday evening. And well, tonight here in a Sunday evening contest, once again, do or die for both teams. It was Pee Dee that jumped right on the Dragons early, the same player as last night, Patrick Smarson-Kevics.
Yep, I mean, that's the guy that's going to burn you. He's their offensive weapon, and you saw what he did. He equaled Barrows in his quest for the goal lead. They share it. They have to divide the trophy in half. However they do that, they do that. But in all seriousness, you know, Pee Dee came out and played a great road period. It's as simple as that. Go out, take the lead, then they came back. They played defense. I know Columbus had an extra power play. They were able to kind of get some shots up on Kogan. Kogan was able to make the stops he needed to do. I think their defense is doing a great job in fencing in front of them. They blocked a lot of shots as well. So in the sense of how this first period went, it went to the road team that didn't have to travel. They stayed here. And just to lay a little tidbit on this, Phil Roberto, who was our general manager, played with the Montreal Canadiens. He wanted to do this for us, but budgetary reasons is different. He'd rather have a home team stay in a hotel than go home to the apartment. You know, even though you're home and he says it keeps their mind on the game when they go home. If they got a girlfriend, they got a wife, they got kids, they got this, they got that. There's distractions, and the road team tends to have a certain advantage in the fact that they're here for one thing. They're going to get a late night snack, and they're going to go back to the hotel. They're going to get themselves a bunch of Z's, do their morning skate, and then they might not even skated this morning. I don't know if they did or not. Maybe they just break a sweat, but they come out and they do. It's a totally different thing for the road team. Road teams generally get an advantage, particularly on a 3 games in 3 night
Talk to me about
situation.
How Pee Dee has been able to swing the momentum in their favor, not just tonight, but last night. They have the last 3 goals of this series.
Yeah, they have, and if you look at it, the way it's kind of the way the puck's bouncing. There's little turnovers here and there, and it ends up being an odd man rush. During these odd man rushes, it just seems Marshakevich has just been that guy, either one or the other, the 11 or the 27, have been there either on a lot of these odd man rushes. It's something that's happening. It's turnovers in the neutral zone, sometimes a bad pass inside right on the blue line where everybody kind of bunches up. It gets kicked out. They got players heading south. They don't mind. They don't mind, and I'm not going to use the word cherry picking because that's not fair, but they're a go-go team. In other words, if they're on that blue line, they're already starting to hedge their way to the red line, anticipating the puck's just going to get slapped out. They're speedy enough to pick it up and come in and get a great chance on your goaltender.
You want to beat the Pee Dee IceCats, you've got to hem them in
to
the defensive zone because it's been quick zone exits. They've been flying through the neutral zone, and then once they've crossed in over the attacking line, we know what their top players are able to do. So for me, that's going to be the adjustment. You dump the puck in, that's great, but make sure that you have layers of support, you're laying the body, and you're not making it easy on the opposition to just get the puck out, which for Pee Dee over the last 2 games, they've been effective in doing just that.
They have, but think of this. In game 1, there was a lot more physicalness involved than you saw in this period. In this first period, there really wasn't a lot of hitting. There was a few hits here or there, but nothing like game 1 and nothing like last night. Last night, for 3 periods, the River Dragons threw the body, and they used it well, and they were able to kind of get in the heads of 27 and 11. You know, I mean, they're little guys. They don't want to get hit too much. I mean, you're a human being. I mean, it only takes so much. Now, I'll give them credit. They bounced back. They're right out there to do it again. But we were a lot more physical last night. Tonight in this period, we weren't as physical. But there's some reasoning behind that, being this is 3 games. And as you said, how many games they played over the last 2 weeks.
You know, Mike, the River Dragons, 2 power play opportunities already tonight. Brian Hunter scored in the first period last night on the power play. Columbus, they've gotten their looks, but they have not found the back of the net on the power play. Might I add, they're out shooting Pee Dee 10-5 after 1.
Well, and look, I mean, last night it was the opposite. It was the other way around. It was the situation where you had Pee Dee that had a lot less shots on them. Babin was kind of like, not really having a busy time.
Yep.
But now you look at it tonight, it's kind of flip-flop. Got 1 post or one crossbar that they hit. So
We'll see what the second period holds. It's 1-0 IceCats. 20 minutes down, 40 to go. We'll be right back.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right? Who are you?
Simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca.
Aunt Joni, how is your husband, Phil?
Dead. But I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi. I'm not needed here. Have a great party, guys.
That really is the perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage?
All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh? Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
Hey, playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
The River Dragons have a chance to earn an opportunity at the Commissioner's Cup Final with a victory today. They trail 1-0 though. Here's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin. It's 1-1. The Port Huron Prowlers and the Binghamton Black Bears even. That game in the third period. A reminder that the winner of that game, just like the winner of this one, will move on to the Commissioner's Cup Final. The schedule to be determined. The River Dragons hoping that, well, this year not exactly like the previous three in which they bowed out in the second round to a team from the Carolinas. Well, was the Twin City Thunderbirds, formerly the Carolina Thunderbirds, the last three times, and well, they can't escape that region of the country, it seems. The Pee Dee IceCats, the first year Pee Dee IceCats, who have come out and played an outstanding regular season in which they went to the playoffs, just sneaking in ahead of those aforementioned Thunderbirds. They earned a first-round meeting with the Athens Rock Lobsters, in which they swept Athens. Yes, they swept the first-place team. And now they face the River Dragons, who finished third. The two teams evenly matched during the regular season, and while this postseason series, no different. That's the out-of-town scoreboard. A special thank you, as always, to our friends over at Zelmo Zippin, not just tonight, but all season long. 4 minutes and 10 seconds until the puck drops on the second. We'll step away for 2.5 minutes, and when we come back, the puck will drop on the second stanza at the Lair.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage?
All day, every day.
Kind of young song hero, huh? Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. And whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons! Back here in Columbus, we have exactly 60 seconds until the puck drops on the second. Mike, the River Dragons down 1-0. Talk to me, overall, what do you want to see from this team, let's say in the opening 10 minutes of the period?
A little more puck control where you can, get into setting up, making plays, getting a little maybe better angles at shots. A lot of the play has been kind of, a little bit of ragtag around the net. We've had some chances, but nothing, particularly on the power play. We really didn't set the power play up very well. We had our opportunities, but again, it's a process you're going through. They have one period under their belt. It ain't the end of the world, down by 1 goal. Guess what? You're not going to win unless you score a goal anyway. So you have to look at it in that sense.
And the River Dragons, well, they lead in the shot department, 10-5. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
You also have 40 minutes left to play. You're playing on your home ice in front of your fans in a building where before last night, you won your only playoff game this season by a 5-goal margin against a very good Monroe Moccasin team. There's reasons to be excited if you're a Dragon fan. You may be down 1-0, your heart might be pumping just like mine and Mike's are. But it's important to note that the River Dragons, they know what to do to get back into this game. And we've seen it so far this year during the regular season and the playoffs. Just got to find that mojo, and I know they will. Just
to add this, you got to create your own opportunities.
Certainly.
You just slap around the puck. You can't play broom hockey. You got to create your opportunities, set up. Do the things that you worked on in practice. Do the things that you know are successful, where you've been before. You got the talent to be able to overcome a 1-goal deficit. So, not concerned at this point. Got a whole period ahead, and let's see how this thing transpires. As long as we can play hockey on this ice that we're having a problem in the same spot.
Seems to be an issue in that same spot. And Mike,
they had a turnover quick.
Yeah, exactly. How do you see this whole situation?
It's a delay, and it doesn't help both teams. It doesn't. It's not a help to one or the other. It's not like, oh boy, that we needed that. Both teams are chomping, ready to go. They're like the racehorses in the stall, and yet you can't really do anything because you got issues with the ice, and safety for the players is number one.
We saw this happen in Florence earlier this year. We will play on. Of note, that divot is in the River Dragon zone.
This side, right.
But it affects both teams, like you said.
You can see the spot right from here.
That's where the puck is going to be to start this period because, well, for 96 seconds to begin the frame, Columbus is on the floor in the core penalty kill. Brad Fortin is in the box for delay of game, lifting the puck from his own end up over the glass in the neutral zone, into the crowd without getting deflected. The River Dragons will skate from right to left. The IceCats from left to right. Pee Dee opens up on the power play. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on the second period. A disjointed beginning to the power play, or to the frame, I should say. Pee Dee skated for less than half a minute on the power play at the end of the first period. So here's Dominik Marcinkiewicz. He and his brother have experience in the SPHL, the ECHL, and now here in the FPHL. Behind the net, Legkov sends the puck, and Josh Colton will rear back and whip it down the far wing. Mike, how key is a successful penalty kill to begin this period?
Oh, you need it. I mean, you can't let them go up 2 on you. That would get them too much life.
Watch out for Lykov here. Patakin's got to shut him down. Lykov streaks by him, but Patakin's defensive partner on this shorthanded shift, Nathan Balkwill, shoves his man. Marcinkiewicz to keep, though, and Babin swallows it right up. That was a drive from distance for number 11.
I kind of like that. Patinkin comes in with a clean body check, perfect play, takes leg off, who's the biggest player out on the ice at that point. Probably not too much difference in size between both players, but Patinkin able to make a nice hip check, take him right out of the play.
Alex Lykov, 6'2", 185 pounds, 91 points during the regular season. 50 of those points came with Pee Dee. He and Frolov can snipe the biscuit. And we saw Frolov do just that in overtime yesterday evening. A glove save made by Colgan. He'll think about dropping it and takes a snow shower from Ryan Galvin. As a result, Jake Hamilton was in the way. He's the ultimate protector for Pee Dee, number 2 in white, Jake Hamilton. You talk about players with ECHL experience. Well, Hamilton is one of them. Came over from the Orlando Solar Bears, and well, he is built like a brick wall.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's a physical player in the ECHL. He had that role.
That's nice to have on the back end, especially in the playoffs.
And he's a very good defenseman. It's as simple as that. He's physical. He plays the puck well, handles the puck well.
Gullo takes the face-off for Pee Dee. He loses it. Colgan a glove save. He drops the puck. Nick Gullo wants a River Dragon on paper. Now playing against, I suppose, what you could say is his former team in the Continental Division Final, as Lair Patakin will toss it into the gear of Hamilton. No icing here. Back to full strength. Underwood shoots, and that was a juicy rebound. Jemayev went down as he connected with Houston Wilson. Wilson to Wilson, Houston to Elijah. Nick Gullo at the line, and Fortin will dig after it. Fortin wears number 61, and alongside him, Kirk Underwood will chop it over to the left wing, but Houston Wilson overtakes at center. Wilson scored the only goal for Pee Dee in game 1. That's going to be a penalty here on the River Dragons, despite Kirk Underwood sliding into the end boards.
A hooking call.
This will be a hook on the Dragons, and it'll be Brody Thornton who is the offender. Columbus will go back to the floor in the core penalty kill. I talked about the importance of keeping the IceCats off of the board on the power play that bled over from the first into the second. Well, this one just as important. And Brody Thornton, one of your better penalty killers in the box. We'll get those numbers on the screen in terms of the statistics for each club in the Commissioner's Cup postseason. Tyler Barrow, though, looks to break free against Patrick Marcinkiewicz, and Marcinkiewicz made the defensive recovery without taking a penalty. He doesn't just score goals.
Nope, that was what you wanted to have for a back check.
Dominic Marcinkiewicz, the toss and the sidestep around Colton. Barrow throws the body. Pee Dee searches for help. This is Marcinkiewicz, left circle, he shoots, and that time Babin got a piece with the blocker. 37 seconds into the floor in the core penalty kill.
Period.
It's been a good start for the Dragons. I mean, it's hard to decipher how well your team is playing when you don't have a lot of time skating at even strength. But for me, you combine the penalty kills and the subsequent shifts after the River Dragons were able to kill off that first penalty. I like what I've seen. Let's hope the announcer's jinx doesn't come back to fight me in the behind. I was going to say,
a minute and 23 seconds to find that out.
Yep. Gullo will take the face-off. Gullo out of Penfield, New York, does not win the puck away, and Kyle Moore will fling the puck with force. So Colgan, the former FPHL goaltender of the year, co-goaltender of the year with Brian Wilson. While Colgan was a member of the River Dragons, he gets a touch and will lead his team up the sheet. Miguel Diaz, the captain, coughs it up. So this will be a 2-on-2 rush shorthanded. A quick drive from the right, and Colgan able to pluck it out of the air, and Kyle Moore Had some words for Colgan as he entered his crease.
Well, Hamilton wrapped up
Sometimes
more.
you just need to rile up your opponent, you know?
Well, I mean, the defensemen do what defensemen do. When you get up right next to the goaltender on a puck he's tying up and you get close, you're going to get grabbed. And here's what it is.
Kyle Moore heads off for now, but it's something to keep an eye on. See if we can get an update for you on the Binghamton Port Huron game. Two to one, the Binghamton Black Bears in the lead on home ice. That game started an hour earlier than the Dragons and the IceCats.
So they're into the third period right now.
They're in the third period right now. In the thick of it. Just like the Dragons and the Cats. As Frolov, how about that block from Galvin? A big bump onto Zajac, who gets right back up, and he'll set up a scoring chance. Razilov, one-timer, misses the cage. Colton clears. The River Dragons need one more send down the sheet, and they will have thwarted the Pee Dee power play for a second time here in this middle frame. They'll have to stop the two twins, though, and Patrick's and Dominic's Marcinkiewicz to get there, and well, they do. The power play is over in 7 seconds, and well, Pee Dee can't rush the puck up the ice in that amount of time. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz trying to get me to eat my words there.
Yeah, they did.
As misses wide. River Dragons back at full strength, out of the box. Brody Thornton, 2 goals in 2 games, and he shot for a rebound. He got one, but taking the blast, and Colgan denied, number 36. We've got some jawing. That's Jake Jurgenite, just inserted back into the lineup with Brody Thornton, number 65.
Once again, protecting their goaltender is the Pee Dee IceCats. Brody's there. He knows that. He does that on his side.
I'm just going to say something. I like the way this game is developing for the River Dragons. If you're going to be down 1-0, I'm standing up here right now with 15:42 to go in the second period. Not concerned.
All right.
Underwood draws it back. Thornton shoots. Rebound came out, and what a save made by Colgan. That initial shot was blocked by one of Colgan's teammates. That was Hamilton.
Yeah.
And then the puck was free. And the River Dragons fired it straight into the breadbasket of number 35. You know, Brendan Colgan, a big goaltender, 6'3", 220 pounds. Trevor Babin on the other side, just 6'1", 175 pounds. That's 55 pounds of difference.
It sure is.
Despite just 2 inches separating the height.
You go from a guy who's a little more mobile to a guy who's a little bigger. And both of them.
Got to pick your spots on Colgan. You know who can pick his spot really well? Oh, Ryan Hunter. He's on the ice right now. Drew Welsh near wall. His pass. Well, that's turned over. Here's Ryan, the big game Hunter. He'll weave in right side. He's got support in Thornton. Man, Brody Thornton's been everywhere this series. He looked to find Hunter, who was in the near side corner, planted. The puck didn't get there. The puck got to Houston Wilson, left wing side across the ice.
Oh, nice breakup.
Intended for Cox, broken up, as Mike mentioned, by Somero. But Somero will have to skate back here. This is Welsh. He got hauled down. That's a penalty.
You know, so another power play for Pee Dee as Columbus will be in the box, I believe, for they call it a trip.
2 minutes for tripping. The River Dragons to the floor in the core penalty kill when we return.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury.
Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hey, yo! It's Game 3 of the Continental Division Final. Hi there. My name is Liam Gotimer. I am your proud play-by-play broadcaster. Alongside me is Mike Vee. The River Dragons, after an outstanding regular season in which they finished in 3rd in the Continental Division, they took down the Monroe Moccasins in a 3-game series to earn themselves a spot in the Continental Division Final, while their opposition today, the Pee Dee IceCats, well, they swept the Athens Rock Lobsters to do the same. Before the commercial timeout, Scott Doherty with a tripping minor penalty. The River Dragons now on the floor in the core penalty kill once again. So Patrick Smarcinkevics, the dish back for Dominic Smarcinkevics. Dominic's the toss. Patrick's Legkov, right dot, shoots, misses the cage. Lucas Texmo gets in between Dominic Smarcinkevics and Dennis Zaitchik, and the River Dragons get it out, and Tyler Barrow settles it down. He's got a breakaway, and he missed high on the backhand. That puck was rolling all the way, Mike.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was on edge when he took a backhander.
Frolov, that was tipped. Lucas Texmo on the backhand, and that gets out. Barrow pulls up and is patient with the biscuit right outside of the blue line, looking for some more time and space to create. Dominic Smarcinkevics, though, at center, will find his twin. Patricks weaves to the left, watched by Nathan Balkwill, and how about Balkwill to get his stick in the passing lane and force that puck into the air. Zaitchik left point. Outer edge of the left circle, Patrick Smarcinkevics. Smarcinkevics, who wears number 27. 5 goals during the playoffs. He has 1 tonight. The River Dragons could use 2 more clears as a glove save made by Babin to stop play. That's big.
Yep.
A fist bump for the goaltender from Nathan Balkwill, number 18. Scott Doherty is in the penalty box. The River Dragons out shooting the IceCats 15-7. And you know what? If you want to execute your game plan of a defensive showcase in a win or go home Game 3, I'd say really outside of the 3-minute and 15-second mark of the first period, Columbus has done that. Hamilton left point, Houston Wilson right point. He'll dish it back. Straight on Hamilton. Here's McGill Diaz to the net, save Babin. There's traffic in front. Elijah Wilson to the line. 20 seconds to go on the floor in the core penalty kill as there's a save made by Babin. Rebound score. Houston Wilson from a sharp angle, and it's 2-0.
That was a shot of shots right there. Wilson just picked his corner, and he just lifted it over Babin's shoulder. And a power play goal for the IceCats, and now 2-0.
Houston Wilson scored the only goal for Pee Dee in Game 1. And on their 8th shot, the IceCats now have their 2nd goal. And you know what? That was one sharp angle, Mike. To be able to go top shelf from there, you know.
That's a goal scorer's goal right there.
That's what that is,
yep.
Yeah. Well described. 6:52 into the 2nd period. Still more than half of this hockey game to go. Hang in there, River Dragon fans. Hockey is a game that can certainly turn on a dime. The goal does go to Houston Wilson. It was announced as Nicholas McGill Diaz. McGill Diaz did not get the goal. Brad Fortin from behind the net. His centering pass went awry. This will be icing on Pee Dee.
Well, you got to draw now. You got to start with the simple things to get back into this game. Got to win some draws, set up some plays, get some shots in on Kogan, and post players close into the slot for any kind of rebound.
That power play goal came in the final 25 seconds of the kill.
It's one thing I think the IceCats this series have done well is win faceoffs.
Are they going to say that Nicholas McGill-Diaz got a tip on that goal? Right now on the score sheet it says McGill-Diaz. But Wilson was the one that took the shot at the right circle. Of course, we are not at ice level, so.
I just thought Wilson just shelved it.
That's what I saw too. The off-ice officials aren't at ice level either, but there's a couple there in the scorer's table helping out. So here's Brody Thornton, number 65. Things got physical there on that last face-off as Brad Fortin gains the line. Fortin left wing wall, that took a tip. Samaro from the flank will send it on. He misses the cage. The important thing for the River Dragons here is to not get dejected. Continue to apply the pressure and forecheck with intent as whiffing on the dump in will be Fortin. And out to center it goes. Brody Thornton will tip it to himself, and now this will be numbers for Columbus. Hunter shoots, save Colgan. From behind the net, Thornton goes to the line, and Lucas Texmo will shoot straight into the catching glove of number 35 in white. 8 minutes exactly into the second.
Well, wholesale line changes for everybody. It's going to be a Chinese fire drill out there.
What does that mean?
Bunch of people all going in all kinds of directions, yes.
Oh, okay. Haven't heard that one. McGill-Diaz, if he does get the goal, that's his first of the playoffs. He's the captain of the IceCats. If it does belong to Houston Wilson, that's his third goal. The second goal of this series. So Josh Colton from the right point. From right to left. Here's Jemayev. On the ice defending for PD, it's Jake Jurgenite and Charlie Bedard. Right point just so, and it does not get deep. Instead, this will be perhaps numbers for PD. Lykov, his pass, bounces for Bedard. Bedard straight away to the net, misses wide to the blocker side of Babin with 11:35 to play. Frolov in a very similar spot to where he scored the overtime game winner last night. Couldn't get that one to settle down for him. Texmo ices it. Nope, no icing. Perhaps he did reach the red line. Columbus will take that. Jemayev, just so. He reached for the puck and he did get a piece of it, but the linesman says offside on Columbus. Jesso pleads his case. Face-off outside of the PD line. Storjahan wins it north. Hamilton moves it D to D. McGill-Diaz clears it only as far as the blue line where Balkwell gloved it down, but McGill-Diaz takes it right back. Dominic Marcinkiewicz, left circle, he'll dance, and Brody Thornton took the puck. So Marcinkiewicz to his twin brother. Dominic's to the left, a shot and a save by Babin. And all the way out it goes on a drive from distance.
That's a long, locked-in puck out of play.
Oh, River Dragons getting some sticks on those passes, at least impeding the progress of the IceCats, even though they've had a chance a couple of times off of those deflections.
Out shooting the IceCats 18-8. The IceCats with 2 goals on 8 shots, while the River Dragons blanked up to this point by Brendan Colgan. Columbus takes control off of the faceoff. This is Tyler Barrow. Had 112 points during the regular season. Alex Storjahan, the man I like to call the big game player. Well, games don't get any bigger than this. Elijah Wilson, left circle, and Babin a glove save. That was big to get a piece of that puck with his bicep. He just reached up with his right hand. The puck's still in the attacking zone, though, for PD. Gullo leaves it off, and Della Savita on the backhand. Below the goal line, Texmo. Texmo double-teamed and smudged to the back wall. And right now, Columbus looking to find their game halfway through the contest. Dorjahan takes a bump to the back. Leitkov, grade A incoming, and thank goodness that hit the back last
Boy,
night,
he ripped that one.
Yes. Here is Jake Jurgenite, number 5. Over to the left side, played to the middle, and Tyler Barrow, number 8, will take it. Barrow out of Massapequa, New York. Far wing Kyle Moore will chop it out to center. This is Barrow. Barrow shoots. Colgan to save the rebound. Barrow gloves it down to himself. Barrow around the net. He's hauled down by Jurgenite.
Boy.
Barrow will go and return the favor, and he's going to get called.
Yep.
It's been a battle for Jurgenite and Barrow all season. We saw it during the regular season. So the River Dragons will be shorthanded yet again. We'll return to Columbus in 60 seconds.
The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons! Tyler Barrow is in the penalty box. 2 minutes for elbowing. Columbus penalized for the 5th time tonight. Pee Dee penalized twice. This is a massive penalty kill. Marcinkiewicz shoots high and wide. The puck goes. Dennis Zajac, right side Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz double team. Zajac moves it with a plum, a shot, and a save by Babin.
Beauty. Got it in the trapper. Perfect position for Babin. Slid over like he read it and able to make that stop. No rebound either.
Here's a bit more of a positive outlook. The River Dragons, yes, they've been shorthanded 5 times tonight, but they have a lot of experience on the penalty kill against this Pee Dee power play, which I want to give you all a statistic, but I really don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say it. I'll give it to you all after the power play ends, either way. Razilov shoots, save, Babin. Wow, that took a deflection from Dennis Zajac, and that was a deft deflection from number 8.
Now you still got 1:20 left on the power play. Plenty of time for Pee Dee. And they're just switching guys on and off. Whole new unit out there.
The River Dragons have Alexander Jemayev, Justin Samaro, Ryan Hunter, and Nathan Balkwell on the ice. While for Pee Dee, it's Houston Wilson, the man who tapped the puck back to Hamilton. That's Frolov. The man over to the left, that's Nicholas McGill-Diaz, the captain. And the player right in front of Babin as he makes that save, Nick Gullo. 53 seconds into the Florent Decor penalty kill.
Yeah, get a face-off inside the Near side circle.
Wilson right flank, Frolov the dish. Miguel Diaz took a tip off of his twig, and Hamilton forced to collect it outside of the blue line. Miguel Diaz will help Houston Wilson gain the line, which he does. Save, rebound, and Babin on the seat of his pants. He gets back into position here. Miguel Diaz right wall. Wilson below the goal line. Frolov, that was a great A. And he missed wide to the blocker side. Samaro with his head up. Sauced to the middle. Ryan Hunter scoops it. Hunter, nice play to evade a few defenders. Hunter pressed to the dasher, but the puck 175 feet away from the net. Pee Dee trying to score at right now. And Frolov will help the River Dragons out and sending it back even further. There's a big bump from Ryan Hunter. Columbus in search of one more clear here. Dominic Marcinkiewicz onto the stick of his brother, and Babin blockers it aside. Out of the penalty box officially, Tyler Barrow. Columbus has the puck, find him out of the box. Storjahan goes over to the right instead. Kyle Moore picks it up, and Lucas Texmo inside of his own end. In between the circles, we'll find Barrow. Barrow number 8, give and go with Texmo. He tips it on along. He'll apply the pressure onto Bedard, who moves it with a plum. Far wall, Marcinkiewicz, that's a turnover, and Barrow gets it down deep. Jurgenite looking for a quick zone exit. He does not have one. Lucas Texmo steps up, tipped on, save made, and rebound. Colgan got to all 3 chances.
Holy mackerel.
We've got some punches being thrown here by the IceCats. That's Dominic Marcinkiewicz just.
Was that Hunter that was in there or Barrow? I'm seeing an 8.
That's Tyler Barrow.
That's
He's talking
Barrow,
to
okay,
the referee right now, pleading his case as to why his team should be on the power play here.
Taking
and
2.
What do we got? We got some more between Colgan and Kyle Moore. Can we get the goalie, please?
Well, Colgan put the glove of Moore's inside the net, and
those two friends, by the way.
I know. I think they.
There's no hate there.
I was thinking they were just horsing around.
But then once they stuck together for a little bit longer, you thought maybe it wasn't so friendly.
So the door is open for both teams.
Jurgenite's going into the box on the Pee Dee end.
I think Barrow's going to go in for Columbus. Pretty sure.
Barrow is planted next to his bench.
That's because the linesman hasn't plucked him yet.
Now the linesman comes over, and will he pluck him?
He's not, or is he?
He's not. He's talking to him and says, your team's going to the power play. Tyler? It's a Publix power play, and Mike, I know I'm not saying much by tossing this one out there. The River Dragons need a power play goal here.
They do. I mean, it's at that point of the game now. It's 2-0. You don't want to go into the third period and being shut out. So you really got to kind of, believe it or not, I kind of like this delay in favor of the River Dragons here to kind of catch your breath. You know what I mean? Almost like a mini timeout.
And we're not on the power play. There's 2 penalties on the board. Tyler Barrow's going in.
Barrow's going in. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Barrow has not moved from the bench, but now he's skating to the sin bin. So this is not a power play. When you have a scrum like that, both players always going to go.
Just make sure you don't get an extra 2 or a 10.
Most definitely. Cannot afford to lose Tyler Barrow for any longer than the 2 minutes he is in the box for. We have 32 combined shots on goal in this game. For everybody watching on YouTube Live and Sportfy, thank you so much for your support of the River Dragons all season, the playoffs. Liam G and Mike V cannot thank you all enough for watching on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Thank you to the Federal Prospects Hockey League as well. We have a very exciting division final on both sides because of the work the league does game in and game out. Pee Dee playing Columbus, Binghamton facing Port Huron. And you know, I may call games for Columbus and I may love the River Dragons, which I do. No matter what the Commissioner's Cup final is, I encourage you all to watch because it's going to be awesome. As Storjahan, no tip there as Della Savita got his lower leg in the way. Here's more near circle and he got crossed up with Storjahan. This will be a 2-on-1 rush. Racing back is Lucas Texmo. He gets back in time and Houston Wilson misses high past Babin. I believe Binghamton just won. Yes, they did. And we've got another penalty here on Columbus, and then
oh boy,
a Dragon got hooked.
Is that Moore?
That was Kyle Moore, number 15. I believe the initial call was going to be on the Dragons.
But what happened? Did he get speared or?
But Della Savita earned himself a seat as well, and Timur Razilov telling Della Savita to skate away. And well, I guess the penalty wasn't on Della Savita. I guess it was on Frolov.
Well, Storjahan's into the box, and then
Storjahan and Frolov go into the box, but Della Savita definitely got his stick in the midsection of Kyle Moore, who is down on his stomach. And now the referee's conferring.
Well, they reviewed one last night, remember, with Babin on the high stick, so you never know. They might be able to review this if they didn't see it. I don't know if the ref saw it or the linesman saw it or what. They're discussing it. Generally, they ask the linesman when they don't see anything, they go up to him, what you see, and if he said it's a a violation, but we'll see.
Do you believe the initial penalty was on Columbus or Pee Dee? Because, Columbus touched the puck, which made me think that, it was on the Dragons, but Frolov is in the box.
Yeah, well, I mean, they took both.
It took both.
So he whistled it down to take both. And
yeah,
then
I don't see Storjahan's helmet in the penalty box. I see Frolov's, but I do see Storj's stick. That was the reason for my confusion, at least. And Della Savita is coming off of the bench, and he's going into the box. It's the biggest cheer all night.
it's a hook. They're calling him for a hook.
I don't think there was anything malicious behind it, but I think that is hooking, in my opinion.
Must have got him in the liver, because Moore went down hard.
Definitely no ill intent behind that. Della Savita, a player who plays with a lot of pride out there. He's acquired at the deadline for Pee Dee. He had 5 points in his last 5 games of the regular season. He was brought in from the Watertown Wolves, had 3 goals during the regular season against just the River Dragons. Della Savita, a 27-year-old blue liner, 3 assists in 4 games.
So I'm interested to see how they put this up.
Now Patrick Smarcinkiewicz, I believe, is going to the room. No, he's not. He's handing a piece of equipment to the staff.
Might be getting a dry glove.
Kirk Underwood and Nicholas McGill Diaz, the captain of each club, discussing with the 2 referees what the decision is going to be. Underwood skates over to his bench. McGill Diaz the same.
You got a double minor against Storjahan.
So this will be a double minor on Storjahan. Or no, this will be a double minor on Della Savita.
Della Savita's got the double minor. Sorry.
You got me there for a second.
Well, I saw 4 go up, and I realized I'm on the wrong side of the scoreboard from here.
So the River Dragons.
4 on 3, a lot of open ice.
Here's your lane back into the game. And, I'll bring you back to last night, right? When Columbus scored their power play goal in the first period. They were on a double minor.
That's right. They got it in the.
They scored in the opening 2 minutes. They didn't score in the
second
remaining
part of it. Yeah.
They didn't score in the second part of it, but you still have that chance up a man. This is huge. A Ryan Hunter power play goal needed. Brad Fortin has got to win this puck away from Dennis Zajac, and Zajac wins it back for his team.
4 minutes for Spearing.
Here's Josh Colton straight away. Score!
Just like last night. There you go. You mentioned it before they even started, and able to get the first one on the power play. They still get to continue the double minor for Spearing.
Josh Colton has his first goal of the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. And he picked this spot past Colgan. We've got a brand new game here on the Chattahoochee River.
Well, I'll tell you, you're going to get your first goal. None better to get it there. And he's able to put it in and get this game within 1 goal reach. And
now you're on the power play for 2 minutes, Mike.
You still got it.
Well, and Hamilton's going to the penalty box for Pee Dee. Hamilton's taking a seat.
I think he got an unsportsmanlike conduct call after the goal was scored.
We got to see what this double minor is for, because I believe the River Dragons are still.
Well, it's a 2 minute. It's a Spearing. First of all, Spearing.
It was a double minor for Spearing. So you tell me, Mike, do the River Dragons still have the power play?
Well, yes,
they still have the power play, but
they
they still have the full 339.
No. Well, I mean,
I would say no in my opinion.
I'm going to tell you, in another life.
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Spearing in another life was 5 minutes. It used to be. It's a double minor. And I mean,
we're
again,
not here at ice level.
I'm in another life now. I'm a lot older than I was back then.
Regardless of the time, Mike.
Yeah.
That extra penalty to Hamilton, does that not make this a 5-on-3?
If Hamilton gets in, it's absolutely going to be a 5-on-3. If he gets if he had an unsportsmanlike conduct, you're still going to have the remainder. If it's a double minor, you get the goal scored. They take the 2 minutes off. You get an extra. You get the remainder of the 2 minutes for the second part of the double minor.
So this should be a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes.
It should be.
If Hamilton is the only player to go in the box after the goal,
it should be.
It will be a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes.
I mean, again, is it a 10-minute misconduct, or is it a 2-minute a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct? That's what you have to get the call for. But the way they're discussing this,
the 339 has come off of the board, so it's just the 2 minutes remaining on the double minor to Dominic Della Savita. Now, what is added on top of that for Jake Hamilton is the question.
Well,
so the River Dragons will at least skate 4-on-3 for another 2 minutes, Mike.
Correct. That's right. What am I? It was 4-on-3. It was 4-on-3.
It was 4-on-3.
Right.
For 4
So the
minutes.
only thing, here's what would happen: if he gets a 2-minute penalty, you can't take an extra guy off, so it can't be 4-on-2. No, they would stack that penalty.
Okay.
And then they'd start that penalty when the.
So you're saying it would be a 4-on-3? I'm pretty sure it would be a 5-on-3, to be honest. Let's not confuse the fans too much.
No, because you're on the ice right now. It's 4-on-3. It's 4-on-3 on the ice right now.
I mean, Hamilton's in the box.
Which would indicate to me, because you can't have more than, you can only have 3, you have to have at least 3 skaters out there. So now you got 1, you got 2, and then you got Hamilton being the third man in the box. You got 3 IceCats in the box.
The penalty has not been put onto the board
The
yet.
54 seconds for the offsetting penalties,
yeah.
right? When they run out, then you start the penalty for Hamilton if he gets. We haven't got the announcement, but if he got the 2-minute penalty, so that penalty would not start until the 54 seconds is off of.
The referees, plural.
It's a weird situation, but I mean, I'm hoping I'm getting it right.
I hope I get it right too, and we all want to provide an accurate depiction of what's going out on the ice to all of you, the fans. And really, thank you so much for everybody joining us. We've got a brand new game here in Columbus. There's 5 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the second period, and depending on what comes out of this, the River Dragons may be up a man. Or 2.
I think that what the refs are explaining is the same thing I'm trying to explain. We're going to skate 4-on-3, and then in 54 seconds, when the 2 players come back, then it would make it a 5-on-3 for Columbus when.
We'll just see what happens when it happens. And it's important to know how many players the River Dragons have on the ice right now. They have just 4.
It's going to be 4-on-3. But the penalty to Hamilton, they haven't announced it. We haven't got it up here. Have you got it on the sheet?
It has not come across the score sheet as of yet.
So it's 4-on-3, and I think they don't stop that penalty.
It's an unsportsmanlike conduct minor taken at 14:36, the time of the goal for Hamilton. Here's the PA announcer with the call. Colton left circle, one-timer Hunter, and what a save made by Colgan. Hunter, Thornton, Ryan Hunter right circle. Razulov protecting the house. Thornton will weave and dish. Brody Thornton behind the net. He'll wheel. Colton, who scored the power play goal to make this a 2-1 score. Thornton for Hunter. And the IceCats clear. That's excellent work. The 4-on-4 is over. So now this should be a 5-on-3.
It is. That's exactly the way it is now, 5-on-3. And they'll start the penalty for Hamilton as soon as that penalty was over, the 4-on-4.
Hunter, the tap, Colton right on. Brody Thornton, Ryan Hunter, what a save, rebound! They dig, and no whistle, and now Colgan gets it. Barrow down on his butt, frustrated.
He took a beating.
Do we have more penalties on the way here? Certainly hope Brendan Colgan and Tyler Barrow are all right.
Barrow took it and got flat backed.
A reminder.
He's on one knee, but he looks like he's all right.
Backing up Brendan Colgan tonight is the rookie Gage Reimer. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Our hometown hero honored during the commercial timeout. Thank you so much to everybody who has served or is currently serving in any of the branches of the United States military. We cannot do what we do without all of you. So thank you so very much, not just tonight, but every night. Of course, Columbus, a great military town with Fort Benning nearby.
We are a military town.
Yes, we are. A proud one at that. And if you want to know why, we'll look back to Military Appreciation Night, where the River Dragons faced, let me go back, the Pee Dee IceCats.
That's right.
Columbus on a 5-on-3 for another 41 seconds. Dustin Gesso, the fire starter of the night and the man who began this season with PD. He'll draw it back for his team. Hunter, far corner, Barrow. Tyler Barrow had the most points in this league during the regular season. Ryan Hunter had the most power play goals in the FPHL during the regular season, 18 of them. He shoots, it trickles wide. Underwood low to high. Barrow left side. Hunter, right circle. One-timer, Underwood scores!
And they get to keep the power play going for another minute and 9 seconds as opposed to that. So how huge is that right now here? And this crowd has come alive here at the Columbus Civic Center.
The goal-scoring savant, the captain, Kirk Underwood, evens the score. River Dragons 2, IceCats 2. 3:39 to go here in the second stanza. We're not dead yet, baby.
Wow. What a turn of events.
The River Dragons still on the power play for 69 seconds. Nice. Barrow to Hunter. The River Dragons on the precipice of taking the lead. Hunter! Oh, Colgan made the save as it bounced off of a leg. High stick here if Columbus touches the puck, which they do.
Oh, boy. Now we're getting out of hand.
Dominic Marcinkiewicz is in a bit of pain, and the IceCats did not appreciate whatever had taken Marcinkiewicz out.
Well, Della Savita just got out of the box, and he ended up cross-checking a player in the back, and they're taking in 21.
Nicholas McGill-Diaz, the captain, goes to the box, and if you're the River Dragons, skate right away. You have a 5-on-3 for 54 seconds coming up. Hamilton in the box to serve the remainder of his unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
It's going to be another 5-on-3 if he doesn't take a River Dragon.
No River Dragon is going to the box. And Dominic Marcinkiewicz thought that perhaps he got speared/hooked inside of the IceCat zone. That's why Nick Gullo is coming over to the officials on your screen right now, simply asking why there was no penalty called on the Dragons. Mike, we have 3 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the second period. The River Dragons and the IceCats are tied 2-2. Columbus on a 5-on-3 power play, brought to you by Publix for 54 seconds. I think I can officially say it's go time.
Well, it is. For sure it's that. I mean, it's another 5-on-3. You got 54 seconds of that. You got to. You want to advance, you got to take advantage of it right here.
Georgia on a face-off win. That's huge, and Hunter can't keep it at the blue. Pee Dee was back on their heels, but Barrow will skate right in. Barrow misses the stick of Kyle Moore. Ryan Hunter will lay it to the far wall in the nick of time. Storjahan, far circle. Barrow's got it at the top of the key. Barrow right dot over to the left. Underwood, left circle, the smooth skater. He'll twist away from Bedard. There's a centering pass. Storjahan stops it down. He's got a lane. Score!
And they keep the power play alive again. They did it with 20 seconds to kill.
The big game player, Alex Storjahan, gives the River Dragons their first lead of the night.
What a turn of events here at the Columbus Civic Center for sure. And 3 goals have just popped in what, the last 4 minutes?
Mike, the most important thing you just mentioned was that the River Dragons will still be on the power play for a minute 26. The man advantage for the Dragons, which was the best in the entire league during the regular season at 26%, has officially been woken up. Now it's time to check Patrick Marcinkiewicz, and well, the River Dragons use their sticks there. Here's Storjahan, he'll rush. Kyle Moore dangles, and Marcinkiewicz stripped him, and now this might be a chance. You know who's faster than Patrick Marcinkiewicz, though? Brody Thornton, number 65. Here's Hamilton stepping up in neutral. Marcinkiewicz a give and go with Hamilton, he shoots, and what a block. That's massive.
Tell you what, though, short-handed, they've had a couple of bids here.
McGill-Diaz in the box for another 48 seconds. Here's Jemayev. Barrow, more high slot, he dished it, and right into the grasp of Marcinkiewicz, who on the backhand will fling it to his twin. This is Dominic's left side. He shoots, and he hit the side of the net. Dominic's coughs it up. Barrow might start a 3-on-2 for his team, but he whiffed on that pass attempt. Columbus will still have a chance to gain the line with a plum. They don't in that moment. Colton, though, who started this goal-scoring barrage with a power play goal, will back it up to his fellow defense. This is Hunter left side. Hunter sauced it way too hot for a teammate. So Houston Wilson inside of his own zone will thread the needle out to the center ice logo where Marcin Kevix picks it up. That's Dominic, who wears number 11. He missed the net. And then Colton upended from behind. Here's Gesso. Left side, shoots! Oh man, he nearly picked the glove side. It goes out of play with 78 seconds left here in the second.
At least the River Dragons got one more bite of the apple. There was a second left as they were coming by the box. And they were able to get the good shot up on Koga that just was deflected and went out of play. But I'll tell you what, a comeback of
epic
3 straight goals. And we have got a minute and 18 seconds left. And by the way, a whole nother period after this.
The River Dragons no longer on the Publix power play. I did a podcast with Tom Callahan, who calls games for the Pee Dee IceCats, does a wonderful job, was once here. And he asked me what my key was for the River Dragons to go and win this series and advance to the Commissioner's Cup final. And what I told him was 2 players specifically. Number 1 was Lucas Texmo, the other was Ryan Hunter. But overall, the club had to convert on their power play, which was their bread and butter during the regular season. And well, you know what? That's what has brought them right in front of the IceCats for the first time in this game. Here's Brad Ford, he'll hustle. There's a loose puck to skate into for the Dragons. Doherty fires, and it's at the near post, and Columbus could not stuff it home. This will be well. She's shifty. You gotta watch out for him, and he blows right by the D, and Babin makes a save.
Boy, he turned right in to get that shot off.
Offside on the IceCats. That's Lykov.
Now you got an opportunity to catch your breath a little bit here as the action has been fierce back to back.
Allow me to catch my breath for a moment, but I'll catch my breath by not calling some hockey. I will tell you all, did you know that if you needed a little bit off your sides, that you could book your appointment at Old School Barbershop by visiting them on Instagram or Facebook or at www.oldschoolbarbershop.com. That's shop spelled S-H-O-P-P-E, by the way.
There it is.
Shout out to Sherry. When I first got here, I went to Great Clips. You know, it's just not the same. 6 seconds to go in the period, and Colgan, what a save. Despite one tricky deflection in front, Lykov nearly had a breakaway.
He did.
But Thornton engulfed him right at the horn. 40 minutes down, the River Dragons have a 3-2 lead.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. There are going to be some seasoned IceCats in that locker room as they headed in there. They took a 2-0, had a 2-0 lead, and now trail 3-2. That room is going to get together, and you can believe me that Graham is going to get his guys motivated to come out here for a third period when they went in leading by 2 at the start of the second and trailing by 1 at the end of it.
We'll talk about all of that and more when we return to the Columbus Civic Center in 2.5 minutes.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right? Who are you?
Simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca.
Aunt Joni, how is your husband, Phil?
Dead, but I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi, I'm not needed here.
Have a great party, guys.
That really is the perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. Now, whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
3 power play goals in 2 minutes and 35 seconds has brought the River Dragons in front in a winner-go-home Game 3 against the Pee Dee IceCats. Liam G and Mike V here with you inside of the broadcast booth. I hope you're all enjoying tonight's game. We certainly are up here in the booth. Mike, it was a very dejected feeling in this building after 20. And then while the IceCats decided to add to their advantage in the second period, they would score the first goal of the middle frame. It would be Nicholas McGill-Diaz, the captain on the power play from Houston Wilson, and Nick Gullo. After that, though, all Dragons.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, they were outplayed in the period up until the point where we saw the power play opportunities come. And in the beginning of the period, if you recall, Columbus had to kill penalties of their own. They were able to withstand the period not playing as good as they wanted. Of course, having to be on their heels is going to be an issue when you're killing penalties.
Yep.
The script flipped, and all of a sudden it became IceCats started to get into the box. And before you know it, it became the unusual 5-on-3, and then another 5-on-3, and Columbus was able to take advantage of 2 of those 5-on-3s and also on a 5-on-4 power play.
Let's talk about just that. The River Dragons cashing in on the man advantage 3 times in that period. Mike, it all started at 14:36 with Josh Colton. This was an unassisted goal. Colton had 10 goals on the back end for the River Dragons during the regular season. That led all defensemen on the team. What did you see on that shot? For me, that was just a rip.
It was
and
a rip.
I'll tell you what, for everybody watching, before you answer that question, Mike, I get lunch with Josh Colton every single road trip. He needed that one.
He needed that one.
And I say that he needed that one not because, you know, lack of production, but he's gotten a lot of looks over the last few games. And, of course, whether it was the ice surface or timely block shots, he hasn't been able to find the back of the net. I know for a fact that one felt really good for the veteran, number 5.
Well, Colton's got a hell of a shot. I mean, as simple as that. From the point, he can rip it, and you saw what he was able to do there. That thing made the twine almost come off, and it was that hot of a shot, and he was able to beat Kogan.
Kogan had no chance on that one. Then at 16:21, it would be the captain, Kirk Underwood. You know, you talk about Josh Colton's shot being an absolute howitzer. I'd say that Kirk Underwood would give him a run for his money on his slap shot goal to even the score at that moment. Once again, at 16:21, Underwood on the power play from Tyler Barrow and Ryan Hunter.
Yeah, great work there. They were able to get the puck. They moved it around, and then finally Underwood had that clear shot. And a lot like Wilson's shot, it was just kind of labeled. It just found the back of the net, and there it was. And Underwood, again, one of the guys that just keeps he wears the C. He's a leader, and he keeps the team in the game.
The goal-scoring savant. Words cannot describe the impact that Kirk Underwood has on this organization, from top to bottom. We love you, Cap. At 17:11, less than, well, a minute after Underwood tied the game, another power play goal. The big game player, Alex Storjahan, when the lights shine the brightest, he plays the best. And with that, let's send it to a replay of Storjahan's go-ahead goal. This is actually Underwood's goal. We'll have Storjahan's goal here coming up in just a second.
You see Underwood just rips it there. He was right up at the top of the circle. Just almost into the middle of out into the edge of the slot.
And we'll see if we can go back to the Storjahan goal, and here it is. This was Underwood down to the goal line. Moore's pass went awry. Storjahan picked it up and then from the circle.
Put it right in there.
That was a bomb.
That's the way you do it. You get it on net, and that's one thing that the River Dragons are doing is they're shooting at Coogan. You know, everybody has their opportunity to get a shot that goes through. The IceCats have been just phenomenal in blocking shots. There's a lot of shots that have been blocked that they have made. Coogan has also made a ton of saves and some fantastic saves. finally in that period, the dam kind of broke for Columbus, and with the 8 of 3 power plays, they were able to get 3 straight goals. That's amazing.
Mike, we showed the last 2 goals for the River Dragons. Let's see if we can show Josh Colton's goal, which opened up the goal-scoring barrage for Columbus, and here it is. Thank you to our wonderful production staff for bringing us those replays after the fact. And, well, Colton, he picked up the puck in the high slot. I mean, you talk about the goaltender just having absolutely no chance to
Just
keep
rip
it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a fastball that's coming in, and you know what? It's the way it is. It's just a great label shot, and as you said, Colton deserved that goal right there. He's the guy that's been working hard for this team all season long.
Most definitely. The goaltenders, Trevor Babin, through 40 minutes, 14 saves on 16 shots. It's been an interesting night for Babin.
Babin, it's not been his fault. Think about the goal from Wilson, the top shelfer, and then
which I believe got tipped, since it still is credited to Miguel Diaz, so even more of a degree of difficulty to stop that puck.
And the sense of, you know, Mark Sevic's goal, he's
top shelf.
Yeah, I mean, in on a goaltender that's that close. I mean, you know, the goal scorer's advantage.
Certainly.
The 2 that beat Babin, none of them his fault. You got to look at some saves that Babin has made. He has made some tremendous saves. Like Kogan on the other side, Babin has made some great stops as well.
21 saves on 24 shots on the other side for Brendan Colgan. You know, he was perfect through the first 30 minutes or so of this game, and then at 14:36, the first puck flew past him, and then 3 goals, I should say, in under 3 minutes. Does that shake the confidence of a netminder?
For a netminder,
for Colgan, he's had a really nice playoff run, but beaten in quick succession like that, you know, you gotta ask.
I think, look, they know why it happened. And the first thing that Graham's going to say is, why are we in the box? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Let's be more disciplined out there. I mean, he's got to say that to your team, because you can't give a lot of power plays up to a team like Columbus that has a power play unit and guys that can put the puck in the net. He knows that. They know that. And they're going to come out here and be honest. I'll be honest with you. That's going to be a different hockey team that you saw in the second period. They're going to come out. They're going to put their nose to the grindstone. As far as Kogan is concerned, it's none of them are his fault. You can't blame. He didn't let an easy one in. He didn't say, I should have never let that in.
None of those were easy.
No, and they were 5-on-3s. 2 of them were 5-on-3s. The other one a 5-on-4.
That's right.
So I mean, you know, no. In the confidence of Kogan, no. I mean, he just says, guys, stay out of the box and we'll win this game, and that's the attitude that they should have coming out. And that sure is the same thing that Jerome Bouchard is saying to the River Dragons, guys. All right, you see the referee's calling everything. And you can expect an onslaught, because generally when you get a lot of penalties called, he's going to call them in the third period. So you're going to make sure that you stay out of the box. Both teams, coaches are saying that to the guys. And the big word is discipline. Don't retaliate. Somebody's going to do something to you, skate away.
Mike, outside of that, another key question that I have for you. The River Dragons were here last night. They had an opportunity with a 1-goal lead in the third period to close the IceCats out. Well, they did so for 19 minutes and 35 seconds of that final frame. How do you feel like the Dragons played last night in the third period, and what do you want to see in this final frame, which comes your way in exactly 7:40?
Well, they got a lead. I don't want to see them, in my opinion, and, you know, I mean, you can talk to Jerome, and he's got his own opinions on how he wants to set up his team, but I thought that they were playing a little more defensively than they normally did. But they're protecting their lead, too, in a playoff series. But in this sense, you got a 3-2 lead. Don't sit on it. You know, keep attacking. And that would be what I would think that Jerome Bouchard, being around him as long as I have been, I think that's pretty much where he's going to kind of think tonight. Don't go crazy. Don't be sending 4 guys up and leaving 1 guy back. But play your game. Play the game that got us here, and that's moving the puck well, shooting the puck, getting rebounds, digging, and playing good defensive hockey. And I think they've done that.
Really, through both games.
Yeah, and it's just the way it worked last night. It did. You know, you got to play 60 minutes of hockey.
You do. And that was a wonderful tip-in from Dominic Smarcinkiewicz. You got to shut down those Twins. That's going to be of utter importance. Of note, last night in the third period, Columbus got outshot 11-4, and then Pee Dee tied the game, forced overtime, and then Frolov won it in the extra session for the IceCats. Liam G and Mike Vee are going to step away. When we return, we'll talk about whoever wins this series, the opponent, because it has been decided. The Empire Division Final has come to a completion.
You're not the only one, but this can be heavy.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
An orthopedic injury doesn't mean you have to spend hours in the ER. Houston Urgent Ortho now offers orthopedic urgent care 6 days a week. At Houston Urgent Ortho, see an orthopedic specialist for your fracture, sprain, strain, or pain. Everything you need for your orthopedic injury is here, because orthopedics is all we do. Go straight to the specialist. Go to Houston Urgent Ortho.
.335, that's how long until the puck drops on the third. Before we get you there, though, here is the out-of-town scoreboard, proudly brought to you by our partners over at Zelmo's. Zip in, Mike. The winner of this game will face the Binghamton Black Bears for the Commissioner's Cup. 2-1, they win in Game 3 on home ice. What a valiant effort from the Prowlers, who went into Binghamton and won by multiple goals yesterday evening. Just not enough the second night in a row.
No, and it was... you know, it is what it is. Binghamton is that team. And has anybody in this league ever three-peated?
Binghamton would be the first.
Yeah, you know. So, I mean, it's a heck of that's dynasty material right there. Toughest thing in the world, I mean, is to win a hockey championship because of the amount of games you have to play in the playoffs and the physicalness of it. And to win, you know, to win 2 in a row, I mean, that's something. To win 3, I mean, you know, you're in. Especially in minor league hockey, which, you know, the rosters are constantly changing. And you know what that is to me? The Black Bears being in the championship again and vying for an opportunity to win their 3rd straight championship. It's just a testament to the organization that the Black Bears are. Yeah. Players want to be there. They want to play there. The fans come out to support. Binghamton is a great city. I grew up in New York. It would be a lot of fun to go back, 20 minutes away from that. But shout out to the Black Bears, who have really become the top team in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. And Mike, you said this to me before the series. I said, I'm curious, who would you rather face, Port Huron or Binghamton? And you said, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. You've got to beat the best. You know what? And the best right now in that division is Binghamton, and in this league. I mean, you know, points-wise, you see what they put up. They're incredible. And I know there's a lot of Black Bears fans watching, eagerly anticipating who they will face off against in the championship series, which is a best-of-5.
With that said, "20 minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Pee Dee IceCats for the third regulation period of hockey tonight in the Fountain City. In this third period, the River Dragons will skate from left to right. They did not change their uniforms in the locker room. They continue to wear their teals with the dragon head on the front, the black and white letters and numbers along the back and on the sides, while the IceCats will skate from right to left. They wear the same uniforms that they've worn the last two nights. They're white sweaters with the IceCat across the front. Dark blue letters and numbers along the back and on the sides. Light blue lids for Pee Dee. Silver buckets for the Dragons. Columbus will open up with Tyler Barrow, number 8, Kyle Moore, number 15, Alex Dorjahan, number 4. Those three are the forwards. Let me talk about each of them. Tyler Barrow, no player had more points than him during the regular season, 112. Kyle Moore, well, he is a fan favorite here in Columbus out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Alex Dorjahan, he's the big game player. He has the goal that put the Dragons up 3-2. The River Dragons striking 3 times on the power play in quick succession in the second to pull ahead. On defense, it's Josh Colton. He started that goal-scoring barrage. He's paired up with Lucas Texmo. He's a rookie blue liner who has just been fantastic all season and during the playoffs. In net, it's the Dark Knight, number 72, Trevor Babin. It's Dorjahan against Zajic at the center ice face-off logo. The puck has been dropped. The Dragons take possession. We are officially underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying, "It's go time!" on the third period of Game 3 of the Continental Division Final. It's win or go home for both teams. The River Dragons outshooting the IceCats 24-15 through 40 as the puck bleeds behind Brendan Colgan. Moved out to neutral zone ice, and Dominic Smarson-Kevix will lead Zajic into the zone. Babin aggressive. He will lift it over to the near boards, and out to center it comes. This is Dominic Della Savita. He wears number 4. He took a critical penalty in the second period for his team. The River Dragons power play, the best in the league during the regular season, and well, they showed exactly why. They operated at less than 10% entering tonight's game as that shot goes off of the side of the net behind Babin. I think that number has been brought up a little bit since.
Deflected, they say.
So here's Vadim Frolov, his fellow countryman, Alexander Laikov, but stepping up is Brody Thornton. This will be a 3-on-3 here for Pee Dee. Watch out, Frolov's cutting to the goal. Laikov has a lane! He missed just wide past the stick. Miguel Diaz flubs that send to the net. He'll get another opportunity, and it's closed off. Here's Brad Fortin, the rookie out of Langley, British Columbia, as there's a big check from Hamilton onto Hunter.
Boy, Hamilton. You know what? Hunter gave Hamilton a pretty good hit in the second period, and Hamilton just returned the favor.
Here's Brad Fortin, the dish for Hunter. He shoots! There was traffic in front of Colgan. The puck now squarely behind the Pee Dee netminder. To the line, Samaro on the forehand. It's blocked. Hamilton in the corner. He got stung and was down to a knee, but still made the play.
Yeah.
Got to tip your cap there to number 2. He'll be forced back once again as the River Dragons tilting the ice here in the early portions of the third. Just so down to a knee, went to the back door for Jemayev, just missed him. Jemayev keeps the cycle moving, and just so another body bump. That time onto Hamilton.
Boy,
It'll be Hamilton's defensive partner, Jurgenite, who will lay it out to center.
Just so is just throwing the body out there.
You think he wants this one? I think so. Just so started this season with Pee Dee. He's the fire starter of the night. 14 games played, 2 goals, 17 assists, 19 points with the IceCats before departing the club and joining the Blue Ridge Bobcats, where he was just as effective. Claimed off of waivers by the Dragons at the end of the regular season as Dorjahan falls down. Down deep the puck goes. Dorjahan in between 2 IceCat players, but it's picked out of the pile. Miguel Diaz will wall Moore off. Moore finally gets his stick free, and it's airlifted out to the near wing. Cox out of Columbus, Georgia at center ice, but he does not pick up possession of that puck. He'll allow Zajic to do so. with 3:05 gone by. This is Patrick Marcinkiewicz. He'll spin like a ballerina. Brody Thornton will negate that scoring chance for PD. Let's Go Dragons comes from the crowd. Tyler Barrow, number 8. The first River Dragon to lead the league in points since Justin McDonald during the 2023-24 year when J-Mac had 117. There's a turnover. It's Underwood and Fortin. Fortin goes hard into the corner boards. Houston Wilson will play it right on and out. Marcinkiewicz just back from SPHL Roanoke. He'll dump it in. Thornton gets air underneath it, but it's not out of the zone. Watch out, twin to twin. Patrick shoots and Babin, what a save. Holy moly, what a goalie.
Well, I mean, you got Marcinkiewicz that comes in, and and his brother actually fed him it into the corner, almost like they worked at that in the driveway when they were kids, you know? Yep. They got a chemistry going on between them. And Babin comes up with a huge stop.
Dominic Marcinkiewicz, the reason why we went to overtime last night, he tickled the twine in the final half minute of regulation. Those three not out there now. It's Frolov, Wilson, and Legkov. And Wilson can't win it for the IceCats. Columbus on the clear attempt, but Jurgenite, that's a nice keep at the blue.
Oh, boy.
Balkwill from in between the circles. He'll go to the right wing, Doherty. Doherty will lug up the sheet from a sharp angle. Balk will send it on. That's a defenseman in tight here. And now PD will be on the rush with their top offensive force outside of Marcinkiewicz. Lightkoff, one-timer by Wilson, and what a save by Babin, that time with the pad.
Penalty.
We have a penalty here, and this will be interference. Dustin Jesso goes to the penalty box. 4:31 into the third. The River Dragons got back into this game on the power play. PD looking to do the same thing. Columbus now on the floor in the core penalty kill. We'll get the numbers on the screen for the penalty kill entering play tonight. There they are. Marcinkiewicz shoots. Blocker save Babin. The puck high into the air, gloved down by the Dragons, and Tyler Barrow beaten to the biscuit by Marcinkiewicz. There's that stat again I want to mention, but I'm not going to say it. No. I've been burned by the announcer's jinx way too many times throughout my career. As Laikov the back pass, Zajac has a lot of room. He fakes a slapper, goes down for Dominic Marcinkiewicz instead. That's a hand pass, textbook.
So you got a minute and 27 left to kill on this one. And is they calling an immediate timeout?
We have immediate timeout. The River Dragons will get a little bit of a rest. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network. My name is Liam Gotimer Gotimer. Alongside me is Mike Vee. This is game 3 of the Continental Division Final. The River Dragons have a 3-2 lead behind 3 power play goals in the middle frame. Josh Colton, Kirk Underwood, and Alex Storjahan, the 3 players to find the back of the net. It's Pee Dee, though, on the power play here. McGill Diaz across the rink. Houston Wilson, and it's in the slot, and Babin on cleanup duty in the crease.
Boy, talk about dangerous puck. Just bouncing around, players trying to swipe at it, and it just kind of rose to Babin. He's able to cover it, and good for that.
Here's Dominic Marcinkiewicz. His pass blocked by Colton. That's huge. Patrick Marcinkiewicz has it back, though. Right circle, Leitkov. Straight away, Patrick. 60 seconds to go on the power play here. Leitkov shoots. That was flung on with force. Columbus with a chance to clear, but Texmo was walled off. Colton on the backhand will get a whack onto it. And Galvin. There was Texmo being brought down. Marcinkiewicz. High slot. Frolov misses the net. Texmo not out. Frolov the keep.
Oof.
Texmo will have another opportunity, and the job done. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Storjahan with some room to operate, and it's dumped out to center. One more clear needed. Marcinkiewicz forced to spin back. You can expect to see a lot of number 27 throughout the completion of regulation time as Brody Thornton tries to catch Pee Dee in a line change here. If they have touched that puck, it could have been delay of game.
Hit.
Or too many men on the ice, I should say. Onto the ice is Dustin Jesso as diving into the back of the goal. Head first was Elijah Wilson. He avoided Babin. Good show of sportsmanship from Babin to tap Wilson on the backside.
So they killed.
Dislodged, and we have a face-off to come.
Well, Columbus able to kill that penalty. Couple of chances. Good puck movement by the IceCats, but they were not able to get the shot that they really wanted. They were looking to dump it to 11 for a quickie or 27 from the slot. His brother.
Now the referee's talking about where this face-off will be, and it'll be outside of the blue.
Barrow sword fighting across the way.
It's Barrow and Drew Welsh.
Welsh, yeah.
Welsh has been around the league. Two points in 4 playoff games this year for Welsh. So Jake Cox to Elijah Wilson. Wilson on the backhand, gloved down by Somero, and Somero will get it out. This is Tyler Barrow, a 2-on-2. He was patient to keep that puck away from Della Savita, and then sent it in.
He knew he was going off with the change, did the right thing.
The puck booted by the pest of the game, Timur Razilov. Here's Houston Wilson near flank. He's got pressure coming from behind and in front. And the River Dragons will get a toss onto it and force Della Savita back. 12:38 to play. Is your heart rate high? Mine is. Patrick Marcinkiewicz. There's the River Dragons laying the body. It was Lucas Texmo that time. And now the perfect player to come together with Patrick's. That's Scott Doherty as a backhanded pass from Dominic Marcinkiewicz, picked off by the aforementioned Doherty. And now the 6'5", 230-pound man beast out of Oakville, Ontario will get it in to the IceCat zone. He lays a bump onto Jurgenite, and you know what, Mike? The River Dragons doing what they didn't do last night in the third period. They're keeping their foot on the gas.
Yeah, they are. If you're going to go down, you go down swinging.
Jesso gets it up into the air. Jake Hamilton, number 2, looks over to his side, decides that the better option is up the wall, and, well, it was. This is Dominic Marcinkiewicz, and he received pressure from behind, and the River Dragons will get it out. Seems like they've split up the Twins here.
Why? Is it because of the power play?
Could have been. As Cox watches that puck hop over his stick. McGill Diaz right point. Elijah Wilson behind the net. Here is Houston Wilson. Wilson to Wilson, as Trevor Babin said, not today on that drive.
Not sure it was exactly on net, but he got it anyways. It was going towards the shelf top. But either or, it's a good grab, no rebounds. Gets you a chance to settle it down.
Josh Colton, Kirk Underwood, Alex Storjahan, 3 power play goals in the second period. Pee Dee opened the scoring in the first with a goal from Patrick Marcinkiewicz, I should say, at 3:15. As another save made by Babin despite a tip in front. Cox standing his ground in the crease, and he'll be
drawing a crowd.
Shoved away as he drew a crowd,
yeah.
like you mentioned, Mike.
Trying to fix the collar of
11:11 officially on the clock. Make a wish.
I guess that was Jermayoff's collar that needed a little straightening there.
This is Storjahan's puck to win away from Nick Gullo, and he won it to the side for Balkwell to play it. Leitkov was aggressive. Somero did well to float it on the backhand, and Barrow will lay it up north for Storjahan. Kyle Moore, the dump in. That was a hard one. Leitkov behind the net. He'll have to make the defensive play. Excuse me, that's 23, not 13. That was Welsh. This is Barrow right next to the Pee Dee bench. It's delayed offside. The River Dragons catch themselves and get back onside. McGill Diaz throws it right into the grasp of Balkwell. Balkwell to the middle and tipped on along by Ryan, the big game hunter, who had 37 goals during the regular season and a league-leading 18 power play goals. Hamilton, Razilov. A lot of force behind that pass, but it went nowhere for Pee Dee. 10:15 left. Here's Patrick Marcinkiewicz. He skates by one and now hustles over to the near wing. Colton gets physical. Fortin will create some separation between Dominic Marcinkiewicz and the puck, and the River Dragons get it out without icing it. Just past the halfway mark of the period. Zajac the entry. He'll skate into the corner. Gesso shadows him. Zajac low to high. Della Savita will dance. He'll bank it off of the far boards for Marcinkiewicz, but the River Dragons get it out again. A reminder that the winner of this game faces the Binghamton Black Bears for the Commissioner's Cup in a best-of-5 series. Galvin with the puck on the forehand. Zajac, what a job to maintain the blue. Marcinkiewicz, goal line. Dominics threw a check up high.
Yeah, he did.
On to Colton. Here's a one-timer from Zajac. Kick save, Babin.
Boy, what a beauty there.
Here's Marcinkiewicz. He received pressure from behind by Jemayev, the savvy veteran and the Commissioner's Cup champ.
Boy, I want to tell you, Marcinkiewicz was just getting it in with Colton. They were in a battle.
Zajac again, he is a pest of all pests because he's just so good. Dominic's below the goal line, that nearly tipped in off of Jesso's kneecap. Gesso on the backhand will toss it, kept in by Zajac again, a slapper in front, and the River Dragons protect the house. At this point, take an icing.
No, you just do what you did right there. Found the open board and just dumped it out of the zone. Didn't get the icing. Great
That's
play.
The best case scenario for the Dragons.
Yeah.
It was Lucas Texmo, the rookie defenseman, who made that play. Frolov to the right. Elijah Wilson shoots, fought off by Babin. Barrow stops it down, and he'll play it into IceCat territory. The linesman follows it and elects to not call down an icing.
It wasn't enough.
This is Bedard. Tipped off of the twig of an IceCat. Left wing side, Elijah Wilson. He's been money since being acquired from Topeka. Here's Houston Wilson, a Frolov, and nothing going on. Barrow was upended. 7:40 left. Oh, that puck hit Brody Thornton in the mouth. We're going to need a whistle here.
I'm hoping he's all right.
Thornton is completely out of this play. Shout out to the officials for blowing the play dead. And Thornton got hit right in the mouth. Trish, the athletic trainer, comes out to tend to Brody Thornton. Let's keep the camera on Brody if we can.
You have somebody down there that's an artist that has drawn all kinds of artwork there on the glass. Have you seen it?
Yes, that's interesting. I'll have to take a second look. Maybe we'll get the camera on it when we come back. Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons!
Playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
Tense times here in Columbus. Here's some humor. What do we got? We got some jokes? We've got some notes.
It looks like, from my vantage view, that's a Roadrunner and Daffy Duck.
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's a pretty good Roadrunner.
Seven minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. My name is Liam Gotimer. I'm the proud play-by-play broadcaster of the Columbus River Dragons, while Mike Vee is my color commentator, and Mike Vee is the former play-by-play voice of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
As they removed the results of Brody getting hit in the face with that puck, it took him a while to get it all up. Hope he's okay.
We'll keep an eye on when Brody Thornton comes back out onto the ice. A shot from the line, took a tip. Left wing wall, this is Welsh. Cox behind the net, Lucas Texmo made the play. Hamilton left point. Thornton came right to him, but Hamilton won the battle at the blue. This is Welsh, number 23. Far side corner of the ice on the backhand, and Ryan Hunter stripped him. Hunter will play the puck around Nicholas McGill-Diaz and try to win a foot race against number 21, and that's a good play there by the captain of the Pee Dee IceCats.
Diaz, strong play there.
A drive flung into the breadbasket of Babin. Samaro pulls Jake Cox away.
Is that Doherty that somebody's pulling the tail of that tiger?
That's Doherty and Hamilton. That's a tilt I need to see at some point. We're not going to see it during the playoffs, but
you won't see it here.
Maybe if Hamilton sticks around in the FPHL next year and Doherty doesn't move up himself, we will see that. Remember Doherty against Divine Apollon on military night?
Yep.
That was something special.
I think the way it was set up was special.
Yeah, George Larocque paved the way for Scott Doherty to fight Divine Apollon. Divine Apollon put on season-ending IR for the IceCats. He's fighting in the Bare Knuckle Ice Wars during the offseason.
Ouch.
If you have not heard of the Bare Knuckle Ice Wars,
Well,
Ice Wars.
You know what? It gets.
Look it up.
No, I have.
You've seen it?
Oh, boy.
Divine Apollon, a proper combatant in that.
Pretty sure. Didn't they have it in Danbury one year? I don't know.
Here's Laikov, watch out here. He'll steamroll up the right wing. Laikov behind the net. Razilov calling for it. The puck does not go there. The cycle kept moving by Laikov, and he just gave possession right to the Dragons there. He'll take that. We're exactly 14 minutes into the third. Laikov against Barrow, and Barrow takes it. Active stick from Bedard. Storjahan, though, in support right next to the PD bench, will force it in. Slapped on net by Lucas Texmo. Blockered away by Colgan with 5:40 to go. This is Jurgenite. Wilson. The dangle, and Lucas Texmo will get it out to center. Past the red line, Storjahan comes. Racing onto it is Kyle Moore, number 15. Dominic Marcinkevich's near wing defensive zone. He'll find his twin tape to tape. Wilson is driving the goal. Patrick's to Dominic's, and here's the back check of Tyler Barrow. Storjahan will ice it unless Kyle Moore can beat Hamilton to the puck, which he cannot.
Nope. Did not have that opportunity to do that.
Back check, though, from Tyler Barrow.
Yeah.
I asked head coach Bichard about that during Coach's Corner. He said there's no doubt about it. He thought his team played a really good game last night, and I would concur. That was an icing on the opponent. Brought to you by our friends over at Air Force Heating, Air and Plumbing. Nick Gullo and Alex Storjahan in the dot. Lucas Texmo from the far corner, from the near corner of the far corner. The IceCats keep it in. Let's see if Hamilton elects to slap it off of the boards. He does not, as it rolled on. Hamilton's got it back. He'll shoot. Welsh was in front of the net. Storjahan can't get it out. Elijah Wilson will funnel it behind the goaltender for Columbus. Less than 5 minutes to go. This is Gullo, a no-look pass for Elijah Wilson, who went down to the sheet as the referee taken out. Lucas Texmo will rush it in. Far side corner, he'll send the puck. It's Underwood with Brad Fortin inside of the offensive zone, but again, Dennis Zychek, the one to dig it out of the pile. He'll pull back away from Ryan Hunter and take a shove from Balkwill as Babin makes a save. He keeps the puck moving and the clock moving too, as Colton will bank it off of the near boards and out to center. The go-ahead goal in this game scored by Alex Storjahan, a power play goal. This has been a game defined by the special teams. The River Dragons down 2-0 at one point, up 3-2. As a River Dragon falls down inside of the blue line. Laikov to Frolov, and there's the captain Underwood. Underwood brings it into his possession, and he'll skate up in between the circles. Underwood, the smooth skater and the captain of the Dragons. Della Savita hits a man. A bit high, as Razilov behind the net. He's got Della Savita with him. We're into crunch time now, 3.5 minutes to play. Here's Laikov into the zone. Laikov left circle, kicked away by Babin.
That was labeled.
And now this will be a breakaway. Oh man, Dustin Gesso just
You still got a
left it
3-on-2.
behind. Still a 3-on-2. Galvin, Gesso shoots. Hit the window, now to the wall. That was most definitely intended, by the way. From the window to the wall. All right. Wilson. Coughed up. Columbus will fork it into Pee Dee Ice 17 minutes into the third. We'll keep an eye on Brendan Colgan. Some picture-in-picture is coming. Here's McGill Diaz, a backhander. It's at the side of the net. McGill Diaz boots it to himself. His lay to the line. Hamilton does skate over in the nick of time. He'll shoot through traffic. That's blocked. McGill Diaz tries to find Hamilton again, but now Columbus will get out of the defensive zone. This is Moore with Barrow. Moore. Barrow, save! Colgan, what a good idea.
Yeah.
Storjahan to the blue. Colton works in, and another save by Colgan. Slap shot by Storjahan, misses the net. 2:20 to go. Colgan still in the net. Colton backs it up. To the neutral zone it goes. Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Down the wall. Past Patricks. Colgan out to the hash marks. Now he'll back up as the River Dragons come out onto the offensive. Brad Fortin behind the net. Get it there and keep it there. Dominic Marcinkiewicz out to center. And the puck was deflected. Not out of play. Glove down by Pee Dee. They're going to have a chance here. It's the two twins, 2-on-3. And a save made by Babin. He squeezed just enough. Here's Hunter next to the River Dragon bench. Colgan still has not gone to the bench. Now he is. As Dominic Marcinkiewicz gains the line, he shoots and a 5-hole save made by Babin. The net is empty. Here's Lykov, high slot. He just missed.
Oh, boy.
Another chance, side check, and Babin. We've got a delayed penalty on the River Dragons, and Underwood touches up. Columbus will be shorthanded for the final minute 13 of regulation.
Well, Marcinkiewicz got hit inside the crease area, and
let's head to immediate timeout. Mike, finish that point when we come back. The score is 3-2, and the River Dragons are going to be on the penalty.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back to Columbus, Georgia. My name is Liam Gotimer. Alongside me is Mike Vee.
nothing is easy when you're trying to get to the championship, is it?
The clinching game is always the hardest. That's what head coach Bichard said verbatim about last night's game.
Tale of two cities for Pee Dee. They're going to have a 6-on-4 advantage because they pulled their goaltender. For Columbus, the only bright spot in this is you can shoot at the open net without worrying about icing. That's the only thing else. Other than that, you're going to have to play.
Nathan Balkwell in the box, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. Left wall, Dominic's. Patrick straight on. Dominic's, who tied the game last night. One-timer, they score! Houston Wilson on the doorstep, and for the second night in a row, the Pee Dee IceCats have tied the game late in regulation time. It's 3-3.
Well, 6-on-4, they had the numbers down low. Puck's bouncing around, unable to get a stick on it was any River Dragon, and it was just knocked in by Wilson, and he'll score no bigger goal in his career than that one right there.
Babin made the initial stop, but he was in a prone
right
position.
and down. He was down and out.
And Pee Dee strikes on the power play, and here's the stat that I didn't want to mention. Pee Dee had not scored a power play goal before that one.
There you go.
During the playoffs. They were at 0%, guys. Colton coughs it up. Now you got to keep them off of the board again.
That's what I just thought about.
With the ice tilted. Barrow can't get it out. Shot from the blue. It's blocked. Barrow one more time. Storjahan out at center with Moore. Here's Kyle Moore, number 15. Jurgenite closes him off. Lucas Texmo shoots from the center ice red line, and Colgan makes a save. He stops it down. There's a bad bounce. Barrow, what a save made by Colgan. He saved the season for his team.
Yes, he did. That was a no-look turnaround shot.
Can Columbus get set up here with 15 seconds to go? Barrow pressed up to the glass. Right now, Pee Dee wants to pin that puck along the wall and not move it an inch.
Do not.
Storjahan digs it out. Texmo blocked by Welsh. A slapper from the wall hit Welsh again.
When it goes bad for you, it goes bad for you. Welch made the stop, a stinger, as he got hit with that, and then got hit by his second shot. He's at least up on his feet, and he's the first one into the room to go in there. And if he needs any assistance from the trainer, we'll see. But what can you say? This Pee Dee IceCat team, I've been watching them from the time there was a first time I came out here, after they've kind of rearranged their lineup. And it is a great team. There's no doubt about it, and they don't quit, and you got to take your hat off to a team that don't quit. And Pee Dee didn't quit, got the 6-on-4, pulled the goaltender, and did what they had to do and tie this one and send it to overtime.
Without a doubt. There's 18 minutes on the intermission clock. Here's how overtime works. The two teams will skate 5-on-5 for 20 minutes. We will play as many overtimes that is needed. Mike? We'll be right back. Liam G and Mike Vee will break down the hockey game up to this point in time. You're watching Columbus River Dragons hockey.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage? All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. Now whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
Columbus, it's time to show your pride with official River Dragons merchandise. Every piece lets you take Columbus hockey with you wherever you go. Stand with your team, show your colors, and bring the energy of the ice to your everyday. Get your River Dragons gear today and wear your loyalty to your club loud and proud. Let's go Dragons!
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right? Who are you?
Simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca.
Aunt Joni, how is your husband, Phil?
Dead. But I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To Will and Diane, You go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi. I'm not needed here.
Have a great party, guys.
That really is the perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
Hey there, back here in Columbus. My name is Liam Gotimer. Alongside me, as always, is Mike Vee. And Mike, well, last night we got overtime because of a late goal in regulation by Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Tonight we get overtime because of a late goal scored by Houston Wilson on the power play.
I think that's his second goal, even though they might have given credit a tip, maybe, I don't know, by
yeah, it still belongs to Nicholas Miguel Diaz.
But be it as it may, he was a big part of that goal anyways, and none bigger than the one he just scored a minute ago. Hey, it's one of those things. I mean, you know, Columbus trailed by 2, went up by 1, 3 power plays. You live by the power play. I guess you die by the power play, and the power play at the very end of the third period. And then they pulled the goaltender, 6-on-4, numbers for them, and they're able to put the puck by Babin.
Nathan Balkwell went to the box for cross-checking at 18:47. It took Houston Wilson just 12 seconds to score on the power play. It's Houston Wilson, his first of the game, his second of the series, officially assisted by Alex Lykov and Dominic Marcinkiewicz. This was Dominic Marcinkiewicz at the left circle. He whipped it on across to Lykov. That was a one-timer. He produced a rebound, and, well, there was chaos in the crease. Babin went down, and Houston Wilson deposited the loose change and the blue paint.
Numbers. You pull the goaltender for that reason. That gives you that extra forward that you can put in the slot, just stand there, try to get rebounds or get, you know, second chances. And it is what it is. It's overtime. And this is the second night in a row in overtime. You want to talk about a series that's close? 2 teams that pretty much the best, obviously the best right now remaining in this division. And we're going to find out in a little bit who's going to New York and who's going golfing.
Yeah. Vadim Frolov scored the overtime game-winning goal last night for Pee Dee. He was assisted by Dennis Zajac and Nicholas Miguel Diaz at even strength. It came right after the IceCats hit a crossbar in the extra session. Mike, 8 minutes gone by, or 6 minutes gone by here on the intermission. The puck drops on the overtime period in exactly 11 minutes and 50 seconds. If you're head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichard, you've known him for a very long time. He's in the locker room right now talking to his team. What is he saying?
I mean, he's saying, look, we're here. We've gone this far. We're
we didn't come this far to come this far.
We win as a team. We lose as a team.
Yep.
We go out there. We give it our best. We try to win this game for the fans here and move on. Guys, and I'm going to tell you pretty much what he's going to say. It's all up to you. You're the guys who are going to make it happen. So, you know, we worked on things all year. We got certain things done. In this game, we know what we had to do, what we didn't want to do. Let's do what we want to do and don't do what they want you to do.
The shots on goal in that third period, 19-5 Pee Dee. Didn't look like a period where the River Dragons got outshot by that much, in my opinion. I would argue that the River Dragons did a much better job at keeping their foot on the gas pedal. But Pee Dee, they're just a pesky team, and you know, we got a compliment in the YouTube live chat, and we had a fan say that I like this broadcast because they're not afraid to give credit to the other team. And the Pee Dee IceCats are very, very good. You know, this is not a result of the River Dragons just giving up late leads or defensive breakdowns. This is straight up talent from Pee Dee. They are a much better team than they were at the beginning of the season, and it's a credit and a testament to their organization for how well they've been able to build their roster in anticipation of this playoff run.
Well, you've seen what the IceCats have done since February. Just look at the record between Columbus and Pee Dee.
Right.
It was all Columbus the first part of the season.
Yep, and Pee Dee took it to them.
Winning a bunch of games in Florence. The worm turned, and all of a sudden, this became Pee Dee's favorite place to play.
You think the IceCats are comfortable playing in this building?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know why? They taste success. You know, you look, for them right now, they're like, you know what, guys? We shouldn't be here. We scored a goal with 25 seconds left because we did what we had to do. And right back came out and scored a goal to bring it to this game. We were not supposed to be here right now. If you really think about 25 seconds left, they did it. Now they believe. And then they do it in overtime. They believe again. And if I'm not mistaken, they got an overtime win on Military Appreciation Night in this building too.
Alex Lake called that
yeah.
night. Yep.
So overtime, they're not afraid of it in this building. Columbus, on the other hand, you know, you're playing in front of your home crowd. This is your building. This is your house. This is about pride right now, and this is about you extending your season and getting a chance that a lot of hockey players don't get a chance to do, playing a championship game in your league. And right there, that's what's at stake for both these guys, for both these teams, and that's just something that they're going to have to. Whoever digs down the deepest is going to win this game.
Trevor Babin through 60 minutes made 36 saves on 39 shots, just continuing, or excuse me, that was last night's game. My apologies. Yeah, 32 out of 35, still more than 30 saves for Babs.
You know, there's not a goal that I can see that's Babin's fault. Not one. As a matter of fact, he's made stops tonight that, and the same thing goes to Kogan. I mean, goaltender's not a one that was a bad goal that they let in. Not one that they wouldn't be proud of. You know, they would be upset about. So, the goaltending, both teams know what they have as a backstop. Their guy. It's the forwards that are going to have to make the difference because they're the ones that put the puck in the net unless the defenseman happens to get into one on a rush. I don't know what the situation with Brody Thornton. That's a little bit of a hurt if Columbus can't get him back for this overtime period. I don't know if you know, the trainer's able to get him, but it looked like, you know, it was a significant injury that he received. So we didn't see him after it. Hopefully, with this much time, depending on what it is, he comes back to help. If not, you got to circle the wagons even tighter.
Brody Thornton took a puck to the face, and we did not see him after that. Brendan Colgan on the other side in the net for Pee Dee, 26 saves on 29 shots. The former River Dragon looking to do something in this building. Hasn't been done in 4 years.
Nope, and you know, you're gonna talk about storybooks or whatever.
For the other team.
Yeah, I mean, Jake, good kid, love him.
Jake Cox
too.
Yeah.
You know, he's a kid that's
Former
from here.
Dragon.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's dressed up in this lineup, but 2 overtime nights in a row in a playoff series. I don't think you could ask for any better for the fans. As far as you like seat of your pants hockey tonight and last night was what you witnessed.
Mike, who's scoring the overtime game-winning goal on both sides, whether it be for the IceCats or the River Dragons? I'll start us off. For me,
I'm going to defer on that. I'm not good at that.
You're
to be
gonna
honest.
defer?
Yeah, I'm going to defer. I'm going to leave it to you.
all right, well, I'll go Dustin Gesso, number 12, since he's
Okay,
my
you're a fire starter. There you go.
I predicted him yesterday. He might have had a breakaway at the end of regulation.
And if I'm not mistaken, you're pretty good at fire starters getting goals.
Goodness gracious. I mean, I'm too good, I think. Fire starters and pests. I mean, Timur Razilov, a goal and 34 assists during the regular season. I don't believe he had a point in the playoffs prior to the night. I make him the pest of the game. He's the most stay-at-home defenseman that Pee Dee has. He gets an assist on the first goal.
Yeah.
Unreal. Patrick Smarson-Kevics was the pest of the game last night. Well, he scored a minute 10 in. And then Ryan Hunter was the fire starter of the night. He scored a power play goal.
So
pretty good.
Hopefully.
We got to keep that streak going.
Hopefully your fire starter is the guy, the pick that you get right tonight. Because you don't want the pest to be able to get it.
No. Razilov Razilov, I should say, will be much more effective on the defensive side of the puck. But he is a great player, as are all of the IceCats. We'll be right back, 5.5 minutes on the clock. When we return, Liam G and Mike Vee will talk about the championship series.
Hey, playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. Woo! I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
Didn't think termites were up this early. They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
Back here in Columbus, Liam G and Mike V here with you. 3 minutes and 40 seconds until the puck drops on overtime. Brought to you by our friends over at Door Specialties. Mike, the winner of this game faces off against the Binghamton Black Bears for the Commissioner's Cup. Of course, with both the River Dragons and the IceCats being the lower seed in a potential meeting with Binghamton, the first two games will be played on the home ice of either one of these clubs. And then to follow, a meeting with Binghamton in Binghamton where they are lethal as Jerome Bichard comes back onto the ice. I'll tell you what, there's some energy behind Bish. Slid on the ice, gave a few fist bumps. I don't think he's nervous at all.
He's been here before.
He's been here.
He's been as a player. He's been there as a coach. And now he's back here again.
Jerome Bichard, a 6th round pick of Hartford, 115th overall. Played 13 pro season as a left wing across the IHL, AHL, ECHL, CHL, SPHL.
And you know, when he retired, he was 5th all-time leading penalty minutes as a player.
Don't mess with Boom Boom.
No, back then it was you had to watch. You had to be there. Like I said, it's like that song they say you had to see it in color. You had to see it live with Jerome. Just amazing.
.20 minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Pee Dee IceCats for the first period of overtime tonight. The score 3-3. The game decided in the extra session yesterday evening. The visitors, the victors. In this overtime session, which is proudly brought to you by our friends over at Door Specialties. Columbus will skate from right to left, while PD will attack from left to right. The two teams will skate 5-on-5 for the next 20 minutes and will play as many overtime periods as needed to determine a winner. And the club that will win the Continental Division Final.
I'm just rooting for your fire starter pick.
On the ice for Columbus, Alex Storjohn, Tyler Barrow, Kyle Moore, who wears a letter on his jersey. On defense, Josh Colton and Lucas Texmo in net. The Dark Knight, number 72, Trevor Babin. Columbus went 6-7 against Pee Dee during the regular season. The River Dragons had bowed out in the second round of the playoffs the last 3 years. Columbus took a 1-0 lead in this series as a result of a 3-1 win in Game 1 in Florence, South Carolina on Wednesday night. Last night, Columbus was 25 seconds away from sealing the deal. Dominic Marcinkiewicz forced overtime. Vadim Frolov took the game in the extra session for Pee Dee. Tonight, the IceCats jumped out to a 2-0 lead. The River Dragons struck 3 times in quick succession in the second period, all on the power play to jump ahead. In the final 2 minutes of regulation time, while on the power play, Houston Wilson, number 17, pounced on a rebound and brought us to a 3-3 tie. It'll be Dennis Zajac and Alex Dorjahan at the center ice logo. The puck has been dropped. The IceCats take possession. We are officially underway. This is Liam Gotimer saying, it's go time on overtime. Brought to you by Door Specialties.
And icing.
Icing on Columbus, 19 seconds, or 13 seconds, I should say, into overtime.
Just didn't get to the red line. Dumped it about 5 feet before it.
The same unit of players on for Columbus. The face-off to the right of Trevor Babin, won by Pee Dee, and Patrick Marcinkiewicz, a headhunter that missed Babin's cage. Tyler Barrows surveys the scene. He'll lift the puck up and force Razilov back on it. The puck takes a tip off of the twig of Barrow, and now at center ice, turning and shooting the puck in will be Storjahan. He'll hustle to the bench to grab a change. Kirk Underwood, the captain, number 11, he has a power play goal tonight. There's Brody Thornton. We talked about whether we're going to see him in overtime during the intermission. There's your answer. Patrick Marcinkiewicz shoots, and a big save by Babin.
Boy, he was using the man as a screen, too.
A chance for Brad Thornton. Thornton shoots! Save made by Colgan. He didn't know where the puck was.
Stuck right underneath his blocker. But he looked, he gave a turn to make sure it wasn't in the net. Once he realized that, he said, freeze, don't move. Just let it drop with a whistle.
Brody Thornton was cutting to the cage. Thornton took a wrist shot. Thornton will take the face-off. 24 years old. 5 points during this playoff run. And he won the puck back right for the man who ended the game last night, Vadim Frolov. Frolov skates in. He's got Leitkov in front. He swung and missed on his shot attempt. Miguel Diaz D-to-D. Here's Hamilton to the net. Score! Deflected in. The IceCats win, and it's Houston Wilson.
It's a deflection that goes in, and hats off to Pee Dee.
The Pee Dee IceCats are going to the Commissioner's Cup final. Trevor Babin standing in the crease. This is an overtime goal, so it will be reviewed. Babin wondering about a potential high stick.
No, it's
1 minute and 14 seconds into overtime. Houston Wilson seemingly calls game. They are looking at it on the iPad. It was a shot from the line, and traffic in front of Babin there, Mike, and it beats him low.
Yeah, I don't whether or not they're not going to overturn this goal. So I mean, it is what it is. But it's. I mean, if they do, it's obviously I can't judge it from here if it's a high stick or not. So we'll have to see.
It all comes down to
maybe
what is shown on the iPad. We're giving you the closest look that we can, folks.
Could we see it on replay? No.
Replay was not grabbed in the moment. We did not grab opponent goals. See if I can go back in YouTube and see it, but there's going to need to be conclusive evidence to overturn the call on the ice. And the call on the ice was goal.
And the camera we have here, it's.
Luckily, the camera we have here, if they can find the spot, will definitively show whether the goal should count or not.
There's a lot of people in the hallway just standing around.
Mike and I are currently watching it on my personal iPad.
All right. Put it back.
It's a good goal.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to call that back, and that's the way it is. And you're going to see the handshake coming in from the players on the ice, a hard-fought series. And you got, like I say, you got to give it up for Pee Dee. They came into this building and won 2 straight against a very good River Dragons team. And it wasn't easy, but they accomplished it.
Congratulations to the Pee Dee IceCats on moving on to the Commissioner's Cup Final. We have the best tradition in all of sports. It's the handshake line. It's all respect. Congratulations to this first-year team that continues what has just been a magical ride. And you know what? Hockey is such a wonderful game, and there are so many wonderful people that encapsulate this sport. And I'm really happy for a first-year team, a first-year organization, and a city that loves their team. That's what it's all about. And although the River Dragons fall short in the second round for the 4th straight year, all you do is say good game, good series, and wish the IceCats the best of luck in the next round against Binghamton.
Well, I mean, you do. But you also look back at your season and you say, look what we accomplished. We accomplished in a division that had Athens, Monroe, and granted, Twin City in the beginning that you thought would have been that team, but Pee Dee ended up working their way up. They got themselves in playoff position. They were able to maintain it. They match up against Athens, number 1. They get the job done there, and convincingly, by the way. They came here, had a little harder of a time of doing it after losing game 1 at home, but come here and win. I mean, look at their storybook season. I mean, you want to talk about happy fans. You score in overtime with 25 you score with 25 seconds left in the game to tie it, and then with a minute, you tie it again in the next game. You bring it to overtime, and you take overtime in both games. You deserve to go and play in the championship series. And it's a good hockey team, and I wish them all the luck in the world. And to be honest with you, I'll be a Pee Dee fan when I'm watching it. I'll be rooting for Pee Dee. I like to root for the division that we play in.
There's a lot to like on this team, whether it's Brendan Colgan, the former River Dragon, who of course made his mark here. You look to Dominic's and Patrick's Marcinkevics, as pesky as they were all season and series, you have to acknowledge just how talented they are. They are a dynamic duo. Gary Graham, the head coach, shout out to you, sir. You coached your team well this season and throughout the playoffs. Houston Wilson, a big hug for Trevor Babin. They're both from the same city, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's all love between the two of them. Wilson was the one who tied the game and then ended it.
Well, it's been a heck of a season up here, bud. I appreciate you. I really do, Liam. And you've done such a fantastic job. You absolutely have. You get the pulse of the people here in the city. And I've just absolutely, completely enjoyed the absolute time that we've had up here in this booth. I've had absolute fun being with a great guy up here in the booth this season.
Me too. It's going to be hard for me to keep it together, but I'll try.
Well, hockey's an emotional game. You know, you live it.
You know, Mike.
You love it.
I want to touch on this. The River Dragons had a special season this year. And it's not just the players who are on the ice right now. It's the players who are here who had a profound impact on this team. Kevin Sabat opened the scoring this season in Florence. Kevin, we love you, and we miss you, number 74. You know, you talk about Matt Stoya. He won the first game of the season in the shootout for the River Dragons. We miss you, Matt. Tyler Roy didn't play a game during this playoff run. He was awesome in between the pipes during the regular season. You look at other players who are not here right now, like Matthew Horn, who came in and helped the Dragons when they had players up in the ECHL and players injured. This team battled all year. And I'll tell you, an honor and a privilege to be able to call the hockey games. And Mike, I'm going to hop on camera here. I want to take this one myself, if that's okay.
You got it.
Guys, the season comes to an end tonight. Final score 4-3. Pee Dee wins in overtime. The game of hockey is so wonderful, it may not go your way sometimes. And well, in this series, it did not go the way of the River Dragons, but I'd like to make a note of every single person who has had a profound impact here with the River Dragons this year. This was my first season here in Columbus, and I took over for a very talented guy who's standing in the broadcast booth to the left of me, and it's never easy to fill pretty big shoes. And you guys, you know, it took a game or two. I saw the Facebook comments after the first game in Florence, but to see what that was and what this has become is just amazing. You know, before then I was just Liam, and now I'm Go Time.
There you go.
And now I got so much love here every single game. So to the River Dragons fans, thank you so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart, every single one of you. To every single intern who has helped out this season, your effort does not go unnoticed. I was an intern once. That's why I'm standing here right now. So thank you. The River Dragons have the best owner in all of sports, in my opinion, in Jeff Krupp, who's just a wonderful human being and someone that I am honored to work under. This staff is so special. I don't want to name everybody because I may miss somebody, but if you work with me in the front office, thank you for making this experience memorable. Our production staff, all 28 home games and throughout the playoffs, showed up here and busted their behind so you could all watch a great show. Matt, who runs camera for us, Brandon Schwobel, who produces the game for us, Brandon's wife, Abby, who is up here in the booth with us tonight, Bane, who's helping out on Hero Cam, Marcus, who is not with us here tonight, and so many others. I love you guys so much. Mike Vee, words cannot describe the impact that you, sir, have had on me. Thank you.
And Liam, it's both ways, kid. Both ways. You did a great job. And looking forward to next year.
We'll see what is to come next year. I hope to be here. We'll see. Well, the game ends once again a minute 14 into overtime. The game-winning goal goes to Houston Wilson for the final time this season. This is Liam Go Time Gotimer saying, you know, I'm gonna sign off with my normal sign off, but I want to say one thing. In this life, lead with love, because you just never know the impact that your words can have on somebody. And you know, I've gotten criticized across many fan pages over the last few weeks, and I had 2 IceCat fans walk up to me before the game, and it just changed, and they were so nice, and they were so kind, and thank you for that. And so I just want to thank those 2 fans, and shout out to you, IceCat Nation. You guys love your team, and you're going to the Commissioner's Cup final, baby. And Go Time's going to be sitting behind the computer screen rooting for you. You bet. Mike Vee will too.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to Tom Callahan, who goes to the Commissioner's Cup final after, you know, watching the River Dragons, of course, lose here for the last 3 years in the division final. That's all I got. For the final time this season, this is Liam Go Time Gotimer saying, until next time, whenever and wherever that is, don't be sad it's over, smile it happened. Stay safe, stay well, and as always, let's go River Dragons. I don't want to let you go, but I gotta.